really need to get a remote that just like is a physical remote that will constantly work no matter what. What?
What do you use?
I use an app, and it's about 50-50.
Be better.
Welcome to Windfall. I am Sky, your dungeon master. We have people with us today. I'll be here eventually.
You're watching the screen.
Wait, I'm not.
You're not even there.
The camera on.
The camera's frozen.
No.
You know, it wouldn't be Windfall if we didn't start with some technical difficulties.
Indeed.
It's important.
That's true.
I think it really sets the tone.
It sets the
Part
tone.
of the
Yeah.
whole process.
Thank you, 3 Heart Hero, for
Yeah! Yay, buddy!
Welcome to the party.
Love your content.
Y'all notice the characters on the bottom now?
Yeah, we have character portraits.
Cool, they're so good.
Yeah, they look real
They
good.
do look real good.
Woohood followed us just now.
Woo!
I don't know who Woohood is, but
Woohood?
apparently they like Eric a lot. That probably means they're.
I think it's Woohoo Ed.
Oh, there it is. Is it Woohoo Ed?
I like woohoo.
I like Woohoo. I like both of those names.
Woohood.
Yeah, Woohood or
Better.
Woohoo Ed?
Is it Woohood or Woohood Ed? Woohood or Woohoo Ed?
Have you been
Why not
Woohood or are you Ed? This is the
That
question.
is a good way. That is a good way to put it, John.
I
That's a
didn't
good way to
know
put
we were
it.
going to start a philosophical debate.
Always.
No
No,
Ed.
Ed. Just they've been
Just
Woohood.
He has been Woohood.
Or
Congratulations.
Wonderful, yeah.
You've been the
Woohood is the way to
recipient of
be.
woohooing.
Or they are the past perfect tense of woo.
don't.
They have woohooed and have thus
Hey.
stopped woohooing since they have woohooed.
That's
But
my hand.
still,
All right.
the potential to move
No.
again.
Yeah, they are not in the process.
All right, it'll take a second.
Yes.
difficulties.
All right, so no working remote, and the camera was stopping when we started. But that's how you start a stream.
It
Your
is.
pregnancy class.
It is the way.
Welcome to Windfall. I have a new blurb thing I'm going to read so that people that are just joining us can get a little bit of a history of where we're at. At the crest of a tall ocean cliff sits the free city of Windfall, built into the remains of an ancient and massive windmill. It's a city between worlds, and its people come from all walks of life. So many. The windmill was built by a society of twins known as the Orneru, who completely vanished and abandoned the windmill nearly 1,000 years ago. To the south lies the Dresdenian Empire, ruled by Queen Dritzalia,
Dun, dun, dun.
the Dragon Queen. The Empire is a hub for technology and culture, and many come to Windfall to escape the mundane day-to-day of the Empire to taste the wild side of life. To the north of Windfall is the wild and somewhat savage tribes of the Dakabat, loosely governed cities of opportunists and monstrosities somehow recently brought together under one banner. 10 years ago, the wars between the Empire and the tribes finally came to an end, but at a cost. A string of townships on the northern border of the Empire, known as the Sandy Trees region, were evacuated or sacked. The people, now with no homes to return to, fled to Windfall to start anew, populating its undercity of Felwind, as well as finding places in its above-ground districts. The city has been loosely under the stewardship of the mercenary guild, the Jupiter Elite.
Dun, 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 dun.
Under their leadership, under the leadership of Days, they have provided some security and law to an otherwise lawless city. Another prominent figure in the community, a great wizard known as Melithor. He has recently taken to a pretty severe path of evil, and has abandoned the city and is holed up in a place called the Depths. From there, he has been raising an army of mutant gnolls magically bred with unnatural arcane abilities and enhancement through the use of 7 powerful elemental stones. Back within the city, he has installed a multitude of loyalists in many places of the Windfall society. These unseen agents are working with Melithor for the promise of fame and fortune to topple the city of Windfall and take it over by force to usher in a new age of Windfall. We have 6 players. Who are you guys?
Alright, so here. I am Valgan. I'm a paladin of Bahamut. And I am here for justice.
And you play footsie with the DM.
Yes, I am.
I thought that was the cat for a second. I was about to play footsie back.
I hit it.
All right, hello everybody.
one way to
My
get a
name
free
is
feat.
Corinne, and I play the Warforged Bonklina.
Hi, I'm Amy. I play Ro. She is a Tabaxi Gloomstalker Ranger.
Hi, I'm Dexter. I play Duke, the Shadarkai.
Yup.
Yep. The Shadarkai fighter warlock.
Okay.
Awesome.
My name is Eric, and
I
I am playing Armand, who is a Dampier enchanter wizard with a dash of artificer. And he used to be a disciple of that Mordecai, but things have changed.
Melthor.
Melthor. Melthor. Sorry, Mordecai just
Never
comes out. Melthor. Okay.
I'm Kaylee, and my character is named Katinka. Ingeborgovina, and she's a tiefling sorcerer.
All right. So last time, it's been about 3 weeks since we played because we had Christmas and New Year's, and the Christmas one shot before that. So the last game was a while ago. So we'll do a pretty complete recap here, real quick. You guys had obtained the 7 elemental stones, known as the Dragonheart stones. You sort of
Did
felt.
we actually learn that? I thought the one shot learned that.
The one shot learned that, but
Okay.
We do.
People.
Yes.
We the people.
yes, we the
know
people.
this thing.
You obtained the stones sort of haphazardly as Ro within the depths just sort of randomly stole them opportunistically. And as it turns out, that was very, very important to Melthor, who has been hunting you down since. He has had a hard time sort of nailing down who you are because you've been very complete in annihilating anyone that comes after you.
We tried to run from the last ones. He had an opportunity there.
You've also been involved in trying to unify the city to protect itself against the incoming invasion. And also thwart the unseen agents that have been sent in by Melithor to do dastardly deeds to the various people of Windfall. Most recently was the attempted murder of Sylvia. The second attempt being thwarted by you in the Bronze Tree Bar of the Pinnacle District, a literal ship in a tree that is made of solid bronze. During a sort of reception for your heroism, Beckina made another attempt to assassinate Sylvia, but was unsuccessful.
Foolish.
Fatally.
Fatally.
Fatally foolish.
We did kill her this time, right?
Yeah,
she
we
tried to
gained-
get our monk, but then
we
she
gained
got
the
punched
character.
from the inside.
Yep.
That's right.
You then talked to Harold Blackbone briefly, and he sort of alluded to the fact that the Pinnacle District is the de facto leadership of Windfall, to which Duke had some very strong words to say to that.
Correct.
And he sort of backed down in a way of like, okay, well, let's have a meeting with Days and we'll talk it over. He seems intent on trying to get the Jupiter Elite to join the Pinnacle District in an alliance, but with the Jupiter Elite under the Pinnacle District. It seems to be what he alluded to. You didn't have a lot of time to talk to him because Armand, who was previously working for Melithor and trying to prove himself worthy, had divulged everything he knew from before when he managed to release himself from the control of Melithor, including the fact that the stones had been swapped out for fakes and that they had been taken to a safe house, but he gave you all the information for the safe house, and you descended into Felwind and traversed the fields of the Gloom spore fields and found a safe house run by a halfling couple named Jinx and Sturgis. Jinx, a blood mage covered in scars. A battle ensued. Lena just quickly grabbed the stones at the perfect opportunity and just hucked it out.
See ya.
Impressively fast. Frustrating for the DM fast. Because there's some fast motherfuckers in the opposition, but well, that's a whole other thing.
Monks
Way
wanna
faster.
Be somewhere, they're gonna be somewhere.
You know?
Things do. People.
So yeah, you recovered the stones successfully without too much trouble. Valgan did almost die, and
Multiple times.
Duke got a taste of what Armand has had to live through with being out of control of his own faculties and dominated for a brief time. And forced to make an attack on his new friend Valgan. Unsuccessful though it was, still left him with a connection to his home that was unsettling, to say the least.
Not my favorite.
Armand further vindicated himself by dealing the fatal blow to Sturgis and basically saving Valgan's life in the moment, and successfully helping to recover the stones. You then went to Daze and reported everything that had happened, and the group of you decided that maybe staying in overdrive for the night was a bad idea, considering that there's probably going to be a price on your head for a little while until you can really suss out who's unseen and who's not. So you opt to stay in the Jupiter Elite facilities where there's rooms available. You had some dinner with Daze, a few drinks. A few of you went up to the roof to have some get-to-know-you conversations. The other two of you talked about gods, fangy ones specifically. And then one of you decided to snoop around at the last minute.
I wasn't tired. I went for a walk.
Lena decided to just poke her head around and see what's up. She comes around a corner and sees a small
Coming around the
office
corner.
in sort of a larger room, and at the desk she sees Fez, who sort of is staring blankly, nods, and says, "Not a lot I can do at the moment. I'll be in touch." Lena, what would you like to do? Someone says, "Thanks so much for this recap. It really helps a first-time watcher. You are welcome."
First of all, welcome.
Also, welcome. Yes.
Welcome, Sam.
Let's see. I think Lena most likely will want to alert the rest of the party. Whether they are sleeping or not, hopefully they are roused. And
Do you continue watching him first to see what else he does?
Yeah, like I'm assuming I'm still hidden out of sight.
Oh yeah, you were very thoroughly hidden.
Yeah.
I think it was a nat 20 on your stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Robot stillness, just hard to see.
So, in that case, I'm probably going to take out my bird pipes or my flute, and I'm going to just make a ruckus, as loud, as obnoxious, alarm sounding as I can, to make sure that everyone is roused and sees what all the commotion's about.
Wait, so I wanted to clarify where you're at. You are about 2 rooms separated from where everyone else is, and you are alone in a room with Fez.
Yeah.
So your noise may or may not reach that far back. It will definitely reach Fez.
That's fine.
Okay. So Fez is in the process of putting a letter into a drawer and shutting it, and he goes to lock it, and then gets startled. He's like, "Oh, what are you doing up?
I was just taking a walk.
What's with all the noise? It's fucking 2 o'clock in the morning."
Well, I mean, I wanted my friends to come and join me on my walk.
Daze comes out with an axe in a nightgown. Right, what is it? What's going on?
Daze, I know you probably won't believe me when I say this, but please try. Fez is an unseen agent.
You better have some serious proof. I've worked with Fez for a long time.
I caught him.
And Fez is like, "Yeah, right, I'm an unseen agent. I've been working with Daze this whole time. I've worked with you lot this whole time. I've helped interrogate Agent 47. I was there when Beckina was locked up. It was Armand who didn't tie her up properly, wasn't it?"
I mean, Armand aside, I did just catch you speaking to somebody.
Informational reminder, there is still a mystery for how Beckina got out, which is Armand may have subconsciously not tied her up very well, but there was still the locked door.
Yeah. So, essentially, I would explain to Daze, like, I just caught Fez talking to somebody, and we don't really know if Armand let Beckina out or not, or if it was Fez instead. So I'm gonna make sure that he doesn't get away with what he's trying to do, and I'm gonna rush him.
Okay. All right, make a grapple.
Okay.
That escalated. Did we hear
On that
whatever
note.
she said?
Yeah, so Armand and I are awake, by the way, because we just did the whole thing where I tested Bless on him.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so
Because she made a big ass noise, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say
roll
everyone
perception.
make perception checks.
So-
She was kind of snooping around, and it did take her a little bit to get through the kitchen, get through some of the other rooms. And we did that after you guys had wound down. So I'll say that you guys had kind of made your way to bed at this point, but there was a very loud noise. So perception with that.
So, do I just roll straight strength or dexterity for a grapple?
Strength versus dexterity.
Gentle rectal.
It depends
Welcome.
on what they want to roll. They can roll. They can roll.
Very nice.
17.
That's exciting.
Yeah, that's.
I was not anticipating this.
And I believe Amble.
8.
Dawn.
That's a 12.
12.
If I'm using strength, yeah.
That's a natural 6. But let me look up these stats real quick.
Yeah, they can use acrobatics
The defender can use
or
it.
not acrobatics.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Yeah, it's acrobatics or
I gotta get on the right Wi-Fi first.
acrobatics or athletics.
Oh,
and I think
hold
it's an athletics check for you.
It's an athletics check for me?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah, it's 9 for him, so he is grappled.
Our
10,
possum
11, 12.
positivity
Yeah, 12
pair.
total.
So
Yeah, he rolled a 9, so it's he's grappled. So yeah, someone says, I know these people. Hello from Troop 7 Stars.
Yeah.
Hello.
Welcome.
I don't know who that is, but I think these guys know. Yes.
You know who they are.
Right on.
of course we know it's the.
So yeah, you've got Fez grappled. Oh, Daze, are you really gonna let this happen? And Daze is like, I'm not sure. What is everyone's perception checks?
17.
17. You're awake.
Perception.
13.
You're awake.
Also 13.
You're awake.
Very strong, solid 5.
You're asleep.
9.
You're asleep, and you're awake.
Yeah.
So you guys hear that you can also rouse the people that don't get roused. So if you feel like
I mean,
you're
we were in the same room,
you're gonna
so-
stay in the room. So you can wake up Armand. Gives you an extra second.
Oh, yeah.
Katika's probably with Ro.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
we've been up rooftop drinking.
Right.
Yep.
So I would say between the lot of you, you managed to like wake everybody up for this commotion and get out there.
Whoever
So you
wakes
walk out, you
whoever
see-
wakes up Duke is like wakes him up, and Duke's like, oh, what?
I'd like to see you
So he's
try.
like going to like swing at him, realizes last second, and then he's like, oh, what do you want?
Falcon's like, we gotta stop doing that.
All right.
Waking me up? I agree. What do you want?
I don't know, some commotion.
I
Let's go
also
check it
kind
out.
of visualize that I'm in matching pajamas that have little patterns of bats. That
Yes.
Like the long hat.
They're silk pajamas that are slightly look very fancy but slightly worn, like they were bought at a thrift shop.
Yeah.
yeah.
So you guys come out to see
Rose
Lena
sleeps nude.
holding Fez, like arms around the back, and Daze there in a nightgown, like halfway cinched into his underwear, so you kind of see some half butt cheek on one side, holding his great axe, like, will you talk some sense into your friend? I think she's gone crazy.
As we come rolling in.
What's
What do you guys say?
going on?
I'm just sitting there,
Okay, I
just pants, sword, and shield, like ready to go.
Lena, would you like to give us a little bit of a gander or tell what's happening here?
As I'm like kind of shuffling and manhandling Fez a little bit, I'm like, I just caught him talking to someone through like a portal, but I'm pretty sure he's another unseen agent.
Fez is gonna try to get out.
Okay.
He does not.
Not
So
today, boy.
So Lena tells you all that Fez is an unseen agent. Carry on.
Can I take an action?
Yeah.
Cool.
We're not
So-
in combat,
yeah.
but he's gonna occasionally try to look
I
on.
wanted to try and.
Say what?
I'm gonna go. Well, easy way to fix this: zone of truth.
Is there a save on that?
There is. So it is.
guess I
Save
would
magical
voice it.
zone. Let me figure out what my save is on the spell.
Recoil.
The truth.
So
What's the radius on it too, by the way?
it's pretty good. 60-foot area.
Is it really? 15.
Its range is. Oh no, I'm sorry. Its range is 60
I was
foot.
gonna say-
15 foot
Yeah, I
around.
was gonna say,
around.
okay.
Lasts for 10 minutes.
And is
It's
it
14 save.
Chosen creatures or all creatures?
It's everything in the area.
Okay.
And so we've got 10 minutes of everything within 15 feet of me telling the truth.
And that's
So you kind of
fine,
walk over there
because-
then.
Yeah, I'm going to walk over there and be like,
Okay.
well, let's just solve
Where is
this.
everyone else in relation to Days at this, or Fez at this point?
I
So
mean-
Lena's obviously right on him.
If-
You're gonna
If
get
they're
close,
in the room right now, then I would be inside the room, I guess.
and you're gonna center it on Fez.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna
then I
go-
would say it's only gonna be you and Lena that are additionally affected.
Inside
then.
of it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna-
Because 15 feet's not that wide.
As soon as I
What's
realized
radius,
that,
though?
like, she's
The radius is 15 feet.
Yeah, so that makes it like 30.
It's like
The whole
30.
room.
yeah, okay.
as soon as I realized that she's like grappling him and restraining him, I'm gonna like help her restrain him.
Okay.
Okay, so I got.
So then you'll be affected
plus.
I
Yeah.
want to go around the perimeter and cut off his escape, but like kind of do it creepily, like a vampire crawling along the wall.
So you kind of go up to the front door because this is kind of in the main lobby
Pretty
room.
much, yeah.
A few desks and stuff in there. He's kind of standing near his own desk. There's a few papers on the table, but he's kind of like he's gonna make one more wiggle thing. Natural one. So he's sort of starting to give up.
Can we
He's
stop
like
for the charisma
he's
save?
he's like he's not gonna do the save for that, and it's a charisma save.
So here's the thing. Even
14.
So it's 14 versus 14, so he made it. But if he makes a save, I know that he's resisted it.
Okay.
So
So yeah, he's resisted it
Yeah.
barely.
He's a bummer.
You also need to make a charisma save.
Does he choose to resist it?
Yeah.
Since we're all in the radius, I think we all have to make the check.
I think you might be out of it if you're near
No,
the
you
door.
can choose to fail
You will
it.
be.
yeah, you can just accept the zone of truth.
I will. It was
Yeah,
me.
I'll
I took
just-
the last
I'm the
cup of coffee.
5-minute
I
that-
apologize. I didn't replace
I
it.
accept the consequences of being in the zone.
And then I just let everybody
And Duke,
know.
you're helping restrain, so you're also.
I'm helping restrain him. I accept the zone of truth.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna look at him and be like, "Why are you fighting it?"
My intentions are my own. You don't need to force it out of me. What do you want?
You do
I'm
realize,
here to help. Melithor's got to die.
you do realize that by like resisting the zone of truth, it's extremely incriminating.
And if I was lying, everyone would know it.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, I was like, she didn't resist the zone. You did. Nobody else in here fought the zone except you.
Lena, if you, by chance, can you tell us a little bit more about this betrayal? Like, was there perhaps another person he was speaking to?
Yes.
Maybe a little letter he was going to send off to somebody? What could we have as tangible proof as well?
Well, I mean, the letter is a great example, and I know that he was speaking to someone not in the room, but possibly through a spell or like a portal of some kind. And he definitely was talking about plans.
As I'm right over by the desk, is there a letter?
So there is a drawer that was going to be locked that is not not locked because she fucked shit up way fast,
Yeah.
and he did not have a chance to lock that drawer. So there is a half-open drawer currently on his desk.
Procure this letter?
Yeah. I'm gonna open the drawer and take out all the shit.
Okay. You see a few things.
If he tries to stop me, I'm gonna shove him.
You see
I got him.
the first
I
thing
know,
you
we
see.
both got him, but
First thing you see is a rolled up letter. You open it and it says, Fez, we have some more information on Melithor. Refugees are having food stolen from them in the Grey District. We're going to scout out a location called the Depths. Might be in danger. Please send reinforcements. Lorvale? Question mark. Melithor involved. And then there's another letter to Venwick that is identical. It says exactly the same thing. But it doesn't look like it's been opened. And it says the same thing. We have some more information on Melithor. Refugees are having food stolen from them in the Grey District. We're going to scout out the location called the Depths. Might be in danger. Please send reinforcements. Lorvale? Melithor involved.
Who or what's Lorvale?
Who's reading this?
me.
Make a perception check.
Great.
Choices.
Yes. The Lorvale part, by the way, is sort of scribbled in haphazardly, like, I don't know if this is important, but I'm putting it in the letter.
Same handwriting?
Same handwriting, both letters.
And do you tell us what you're finding?
Yeah. I read it out loud.
Huh.
BT
A
does.
duplicate letter. By chance, is there a date on this letter? Maybe that.
No date.
How does Fez look as this is being?
Can you check for enchantments?
Read
He's kind
out
of like,
loud.
he's kind of like, just sort of like
11.
11. Good enough. It's Vega's handwriting.
Vega.
Oh.
I don't know Vega.
I know Vega.
Yeah.
That's Vega's the.
She's a cleric.
Yeah.
She's our,
the cleric of peace.
yes.
Which one is Vega's handwriting?
Both.
He isn't
Okay.
bringing in reinforcements. Sounds like he's definitely keeping a little something.
It seems like these letters were never reported as they were intended, as they were delivered by Kid and Sid to inform him of where a certain orbit of the Jupiter Elite was heading at the time they were heading there.
And he kept it hidden instead of delivering it where it
Those
needed to go.
were because Vega was with us when we went to the depths.
I knew
It was us.
I knew you guys would have my back.
So you guys didn't get reinforcements because he never put forth
What a
the...
fucker!
Yeah.
That is proof. Good enough for me.
So, okay, I'm curious, what does Daze say to this?
This is the best part about having these recorded because I get to go back and what did they say in that letter?
Yeah.
That's exactly what the letter said.
I have a
That's
detective
cool.
on my character's resume. As I'm going to come over and kind of look at this a little bit. Can I use like an investigation to like maybe judge the age, like how long this was written ago, like just even like
They know
5
exactly.
days ago,
Oh,
probably.
Yeah, they were with her when they wrote
Okay,
it.
so-
So he'll explain it if you want to.
All right, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I look up, I read the letters out loud. With help probably from Ro, right? She's like, wait, that's Vega's handwriting. And I go, and I look up at Fez and I go, you son of a bitch. Right?
And he's like,
And
I was going to give it to Venwick. I
punch
promise. I
him
did-
in the mouth.
make an unarmed strike
He is restrained.
with advantage.
Yep.
Okay.
I kind of like tilt back.
He's
a little.
clearly being the bad cop. So who's going to play the good cop for this part?
I'm enjoying this.
Cops in the name.
17.
Southern Troop, did that hurt?
17.
17 hits.
5 bludgeoning damage.
I don't particularly leap to help this guy, but after the punch is through, I'm just kind of like, hey.
So as
I
as
punch
Lena's
him.
got like him in a 2-arm like full Nelson, Duke just kind of puts a hand on his shoulder and just like full shoulder into the side of his face. He spits a tooth out this side sideways. He's like, oh, and Daisy's like, whoa. Are we really doing that right now? Like, we don't know for sure, do we?
We wrote these letters 5 days ago when we went to the depths.
Is it more than 5?
No,
It was
I think
about 5 days ago.
Yeah.
Jesus.
We wrote these letters.
D&D time.
We wrote these letters 5 days ago, letting you know that we were going to the depths. They were delivered to Sid and Kid, to give reinforcements, which were direly needed. We told you what was down there, right? And this MFer didn't ever actually tell anybody that they were there. This one's not even opened.
As you're looking at these letters, you look down and you see another letter in that same drawer.
Grab it.
You read it. It's signed Melifor. It says,
Hugs and kisses.
Yeah, XOXO.
I have you come read it with me.
All right.
Right, so he's looking over my shoulder. We read this one together.
it says, and you recognize Melifor's handwriting. It is genuinely Melifor's handwriting. It says, 2,000 gold pieces is trifle for what you're doing for the next generation of Windfall. Your request is accepted. Just keep me informed. You may have other tasks in the future. You will work directly with Kedem Gloom in the future.
Kedem Gloom.
Oh, the twins.
Kedem Gloom.
It is one of your brothers.
Oh, was that?
It's one of your brothers.
Oh, yes. It's one of my brothers.
Oh, no big deal, yeah.
So I'm hearing them read this out, right? Mm-hmm. And I just look over at Fez and I'm like, Anytime you want to stop resisting and work with us, we can make this easier on you.
As you see here, Dave, this is clear evidence of bribery as well, and this is also Melanthor's handwriting. You notice the slant on his cursive is a little bit of the his power-hungry ways, and he also dots all of his eyes with the little cute skulls. That's definitely him.
That's seems quite extravagant for just a simple letter to a skull in every eye, but whatever. All right.
Wizards.
Sorry, Fez. I feel like I'm going to have to lock you up next to Agent 47 for now. You understand? And he's like, no, I don't. This is ridiculous. I'm innocent. I'll tell you, innocent. As like Lena just starts dragging him off by his heels, taking him down. You're pretty near the entrance to where that small prison is, not the main prison, but the small sort of private prison. And Lena, if you are so kind to lock him up, you can do so.
Oh, absolutely.
Since you've already got him.
And I also mentioned.
And if you want to help, since you're right there, you're helping.
I also mentioned to him as we're getting him all set up in his individual cell that if he wants to lose more teeth, I'm happy to help.
He's like, this one right here is kind of missing. He's like, oh, fine, thank you. And he like kind of looks at Duke like, really? Fine.
Is there a way to? Is there like restraints that we can like?
Oh yeah, no, there's
restrain him?
full like manacles, foot, waist, wrists. Like you can neck. Like he's thoroughly locked up.
Can I? Do you have those manacles that you use before?
Oh yes, I pull out the pink fuzzy ones. Here,
pink fuzzy ones. Right.
No, won't tell you anything. No.
Right. Well.
I kind of yelled out,
Pineapple.
hey, I kind of yelled down the stairs and was like, don't be too rough. It might not be his fault.
This one definitely seems his fault.
I just gotta be sure.
There's a bribe. There's
That's true.
bribe.
Yeah.
Bribe.
I forgot about the bribe. Never mind.
Right.
I didn't say that.
And for those who need to know, Kedon Gloom is the right-hand man of definitely Melanthor, a nasty little earth genasi who specializes in necromancy. He's one of the disciples.
Oh, that's reassuring.
Yes.
So it's more like a brother in arms, not so much a brother in like.
Yeah, he doesn't have
sacrifice.
the teeth. Yes.
Definitely have to tell you guys, I am absolutely floored that you would not only believe me without hardly any like immediate evidence, but you basically pieced the rest of this together where I didn't have the chance to. So
Hey, spam.
Woo!
We got spam.
I pointed out, you arm wrestled for my freedom. I will never forget that. That is the stuff of legend.
and I would gladly do it again.
Also, I'm just above table here. I love that you keep gun jumping and breaking the DM plan.
I was like,
I thought we
is
were
she gonna
losing
sneak
you.
around?
I was like,
is he
well,
gonna
that's
follow
Lena.
it?
That's the end of that one.
Just like horns come out of her body, and she plays one-man band.
Amazing. Love it.
Gotta have someone that pushes the buttons. This campaign has two, because you push buttons too.
I am a button pusher. Tis true.
And a novel
I have
grabber.
very little
And a
chill.
All right, so you guys were mid-sleep. You've got Fez thoroughly locked up. Do you want to finish your long rest?
I would like to finish
Please,
my long
yes.
rest.
I would like to finish my long rest. Yes, please.
I'm
All right.
gonna meditate just outside of the cell door.
Actually, no. I only need 4 hours, so I'm good.
It's only been like 2, maybe 1, because it was pretty soon after.
Alright, guys,
Rooftop.
I'm
Fine, I'm gonna go to sleep.
going to. This was fun, though. Thank you, Lena. Let's party again, and
I'll see you
going
at
to go
4
to bed
hours.
now.
Yeah, good job. This guy wasn't really like an unseen agent. He was just an agent. Because like accepting bribes and things like that's pretty normal stuff.
Shady,
Yeah, that was an
shady.
exchange.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unseen, you got to get like smammered and stuff.
Yes, the scroll I showed you right here.
Yeah, this guy's just.
So as we're all cleaning up, I'm actually gonna go and like check on Days and be like,
Oh, that's a good.
alright, like you just lost Fez.
He's like gripping this like axe.
I'm just gonna kind of
just like-
gently grab the axe and pull it away and sit him down. Like, we got you.
Right under my nose. I can't believe it. I'm so blind.
I mean, to be fair, Armand,
No offense.
So we're with you on this one.
No offense, but you're welcome.
Fair. This is getting ridiculous. Who can we trust?
Well, think of it this way. Every single on-scene agent and plan that we have come in contact with has either been killed, captured, or failed. We're doing good.
That we know of.
That we know of, but that we've come in contact with.
I'm like 96%.
How would you
sure.
know it was an unseen agent if you didn't figure it out, though? So it could still have come in contact with it, but you didn't know it.
If you do that to yourself, you're gonna drive yourself insane.
He's just like
I'm like
he smoked a bunch of weed and just like
What is life?
His little pre-bed ritual was just like now it's getting
disrupted.
to him.
is orange a color? Or is it just yellow and red mixed together?
So I'm like 97% sure that I'm not an unseen agent, right? But if you want to like pre-punch me in the face in case I am, I'm good with it.
He looks at you like, did he fail his zone of truth thing?
The only person who resisted was Fez. Everybody else.
Are you an
accepted
unseen
it.
agent?
No.
All right, I'm satisfied.
Not that I'm aware of, but like, apparently you get brain whammied with it. So I don't think so.
Brain whammied. Sorry, I'm not here.
It wouldn't be an unseen agent if they knew. So.
I'd like to propose to the table that it's no longer dominate person; it is now brain whammy.
As a wizard and enchanter at the table, I find offense to brain whammy, but I will accept it because, yes, majority rules.
All right, so as you guys go back to bed, Valgan,
Yes.
as you fall to unconsciousness, you find yourself in a open field.
Better than my usual dreams. We're getting started good. All right.
On a small bench, you see an old man. With him are a number of small yellow canaries.
Okay.
He's back face to you. What do you do?
Walk up and introduce myself.
He's sort of feeding the canaries a little bit at a time. And he's like, good to see you. You seem to be struggling.
It's been a long couple of days, I'll admit.
Well, you're making good decisions. Just trust yourself.
Thank you.
Would you like to feed the canary?
Please.
And he gives you some food, and you sort of
Just sit together and
sit with the old man and feed some canaries.
Poisoning pigeons in the pond.
Yeah, everyone else, you get your long rest. You wake up, it's a new day.
Because I don't
Not
sleep a
long
lot.
rest. Long rest, yes.
Because I don't sleep a lot. Could I, while they're going to sleep, take a walk?
Yeah. So after your 4-hour meditation period, you sort of get up in the middle of the night and start walking. Where do you go?
I'm gonna go look for Alondra.
Alondra. You do have to go up the elevator. It is not Sid and Skid. It is, I forget their names, but night shift
night
lift
shift
guards.
people.
Are also twins.
I don't do this stealthily too. So by the way, like those of you guys that also only like need 4 hours of sleep or whatever, right, could potentially see me wander off.
Okay. So you get up to the lift house. You make your way to the Gray District. You follow what you remember of the path to Alondra's, and you come to the hut of Alondra. There is a light inside as a fire is going, even though it is the middle of the night and most people are asleep. The door is open. You come and sit down, and she's like, "Ah, there you are. I was beginning to wonder."
Indeed.
You have questions?
Always. And offerings. Are you well?
I'm well. I'm not accustomed to this area, this place. I'm finding myself missing home, but I'm doing what I must.
I would say I miss home, but I don't remember it much. So,
It's better than it seems like it would be.
I believe you. I recently had an experience. I need a little bit of guidance. There was a person, and I need to know if I could trust them or not. They worked for a man named Melithor. You heard that name?
Oh, of course. We talked about him last time you were here.
You must excuse me. I sometimes forget things.
Don't we all?
That was a joke.
That was me laughing.
That makes sense.
That tracks.
Emo elves.
Come on, that was great. This person betrayed me and my friends because he was what they call an unseen agent.
think I've been made aware of this. People that have traded their dignity for fame or fortune or opportunity elsewhere.
Now, the man says that he did the things that that he did, not of his own free will.
You should know more than anyone that memory is a fickle thing, and your own intentions could be swayed by what you know at the time. Perhaps you should not be so quick to judge.
That was what I needed. Thank you. Also, I have my free will taken from me as well.
I saw it.
I learned a thing in resisting, and I had a question about it. What's a Dolan?
She sort of sits down like... Dolan is an anchor. It is a path back to the plane of shadow. And it is a path to the Raven Queen herself and her intentions. I am your Dolan. I'm here to guide you and protect you. And should you need, return you to the plane of shadow.
Interesting.
I also represent the Raven Queen in this world. It's a two-way street. The Raven Queen's intentions can come through me, and I can give the gifts of memory back to the Raven Queen from here. You said you had gifts.
Indeed I do. Duke pulls out, I forget the girl's name.
Jinx and Sturgis?
No.
Oh, yeah.
The chick that was trying to kill.
The dead chick?
Yeah, the
It
dead
wasn't
chick.
Bakina, but the
Yeah, the chick that.
Oh, Irina.
Arena.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arena, yeah, Bronze Street.
Yeah. So I pull out the diary of Arena and the wedding rings of Sturgis and Jinx. And so I pull out the diary and the wedding rings and
Offer them?
and tell Alondra I bring the diary of an intended murderer and the symbols of a love long since corrupted.
She takes them, she says nothing, she places them in the altar. one by one, they sort of evaporate into spectral raven feathers and disappear.
Your memories fade to the forgotten.
She looks at you and like, Raven Queen has instructed me to remind you of some of your gifts. You have always been able to be in more than one place at a time. An echo of yourself, if you will. Remember. And she kind of stares at you, and you kind of like go inside your own mind, like warp style, and come back out with like a... It doesn't register immediately, but something about you feels different.
All right. All right, then. One last question.
Of course.
You said in my vision that the Onyx should have never been allowed to stay in the material plane.
She sort of sits back like, struggling to remember herself. Onyx. You should know memory is fleeting. I'm having trouble remembering what we talked about in the past. I'm sorry.
From what I remember, it is something that Melithor seeks with great interest, and I believe likely is the crux of his plan.
I see. Well, I am not without my own connections in the city. I'll do what I can to find out more. I'm sorry I don't have more for you directly.
We do what we can.
May memory guide you.
May you never be forgotten.
And you go...
13's our way.
Okay. So you all finish up your long rests. Mm-hmm. It's now morning in the Jupiter Elite headquarters. Fez is sort of slowly eating some sausage and eggs prepared by a few servants, kind of watching the servants, sniffing the eggs a little bit. As you guys come in, like,
I have a bloody
do you think they can trust them? Do you think they're trustworthy? So looks like you, Katinka, is the first one I came with. What do you think? They're trustworthy?
Probably.
What makes you think so? Fez just betrayed me yesterday. How do I know? These eggs could be poisoned.
Would you like me to check somehow?
Taste them. Just taste them. He kind of puts up a fork towards you.
I take the fork and I put it down on his plate. Like, you'll be okay.
He's like, just so crazy. And he starts like fucking chumping in eggs. Like, just gives up on it.
So I have a question. Mm-hmm. Since I was meditating right in front of the cage, or the cell with Fez in it, did I hear or see him do anything?
Oh, interesting. So you look like you're unconscious.
Yeah, because I can still perceive things. I'm just in like,
Like sentinel.
yeah, I'm just kind of
Like, she looks
chilling.
powered
Monk
down.
is pulling it out.
Make a perception check.
That's an 18.
Natural 18?
Mm-hmm.
Where's my perception?
Should be your skills.
It should be
Sorry,
pretty good.
and perception's +5, so yeah, that's like 23.
You got a natural 20 for 24.
Would she have advantage because she's doing nothing else at all except sit outside of the cage?
Not for this. Not for this.
Tried.
What? A
So
20,
you-
a 24 to a 25.
24 to 23. Yeah, but
23. No, it's a bummer.
Also nat one.
yeah, it's also natural.
Yeah.
You hear him whisper at some point, but you don't make out what it is.
All right, I'm gonna ask him. Hey,
He's like, yeah.
heard you talking last night.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. What'd you say?
I said, fuck you.
Cool. I bet that would be a real challenge after I take your dick off.
Whoa.
So are you gonna answer me or what? And I will roll to intimidate.
Oh yeah, all right. Dick threats are intimidation worthy, I think.
When you got the big handcuffs on, you know.
Yeah. I think he may be into it. Who knows?
Definitely an 18
Rolls with
plus.
advantage.
Learning a lot about Warforged today.
Yeah.
Does not care about
Don't
other people's
care.
genitalia.
Sees them as
Don't have it, don't care.
I believe we have a guy for this.
We have a guy.
I believe.
Big intimidation, someone says.
Yes, big intimidation.
Isn't that what?
Alright,
Isn't that like your jam?
skills.
Isn't that like your thing? Is it like interrogating guys?
No,
Alright,
more
so
of
that's
the charming
15.
stuff.
Yeah, isn't that what we brought you in for?
15?
15, yeah.
He's like, oh, right. Don't take my dick off. Listen. Yeah, I might have contacted somebody just to let them know that I was captured. You know, I'm out. Right, this game's over. I can tell. I'm locked up. Right, just don't fucking take my dick off.
Well, it seems like you probably told them more than that.
Well, I swear I didn't. Just that my cover's been blown.
Yeah, well, you still have more to lose, just so you know. Pointing that
Fuck
out.
that dick.
Anyway.
18 plus.
So yeah, I just say, okay, well, if you won't tell me, apparently we have a guy for this sort
yes,
of thing.
that is me, but not the dick part. But yes, but I can help out if you'd like.
So
As I'm still drinking on my Bloody Mary.
I'm pretty satisfied, I suppose, at this
An
point.
actual
so,
Bloody Mary?
So I
A Blood Mary?
yeah.
Is it a Bloody Mary or Mary's blood?
So I kind of walk
Qué
off at this
gusto.
point, feeling somewhat accomplished because, I did the thing and I felt good about everyone helping me achieve what we achieved tonight. And I'm going to go find Days.
Okay. So as you're kind of sitting with these new feelings of, for lack of a less cheesy term, friendship, you're reminded of your time in the mine when you first realized that you had a step above consciousness that those around you did not, and how you tried to talk to the gnomes of the mines and how they just kept ordering you to get back to work and kept trying to tinker with you to suppress your consciousness, and how different a feeling it is to have people just accept you for the way you present yourself to be. So you guys gather. You guys are awake. You have Fez captured. What do you guys want to do next?
Oh man.
Shall I perhaps try to see if he knows anything else? Or
There's also Adrian, which is the other thing at hand that you guys were talking about trying to figure out.
Right.
Yeah.
Because your friend Adrian, we know, is an unseen agent.
In the gaming district.
I'm going to bring him in and question him as well, right?
I think maybe one at a time.
This is getting
bro.
Gestapo.
The other thing was Harold Blackbone had asked you to set up a meeting with Days.
Right.
Oh yeah, we should take care of that while we're.
May or may not be the best time, but you guys decide. Days,
We'll let him know about it.
at least talk to him about it for sure.
Before we forget.
And we're pretty sure he's also not.
Right.
It was his daughter. No, it's his daughter who was a target, right?
Days?
No.
Harold.
Blackbone.
Yeah.
Blackbone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so probably not him.
No.
Probably not, unless he's really
The odds are
deep
against
cover.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deep cover.
Like Fez.
He
Yeah.
was in the bathroom the whole time. I'm not going down. Because he came out of the bathroom after the fight was over.
So I
might have
also
just been-
informed Days about the conversation that I had, the little one with Fez, and just be like, yeah, I intimidated him a little bit and he cooperated, but I think there's a lot more to his situation as opposed to the other agents. And I know this is upsetting because, he worked for you and you guys were kind of close. But I hope you can kind of put a little bit of that personal connection aside to do what we need to do.
Daze looks at you like, oh, I can. Don't worry about me.
All right.
Just frustrated.
That's all I need to hear from my leader.
You cross me, you're out, no matter who you are. But I wanted to not believe it.
I know having issues with friendships is rough.
Friendship.
Yeah.
Literally has the power of anime and friendship on her side.
So what are you guys doing next? Where are you headed?
Yeah,
What's the plan?
Rose got her Three Dragon Ante set out because I think she's in her mind like we're going to the gaming district, and so she's that's what she's thinking about over breakfast. Do you know how to play? Do you know how to play Three Dragon Ante?
Nope.
Oh, I will teach you over breakfast.
Rose just
And
like,
as this is all going on, she'll teach him because she's stoked.
Yeah.
Stoked. To go to play some games.
I'm definitely.
You need to look like
if you remember,
you know what you're doing.
Velvet Night Sky is also performing at Copperblood.
Yeah, because she's staying there for 5 days, I think.
So
All right.
And we let Daze know that the Pinnacle District is looking for a meeting.
Yeah. Duke will be like, hey, so there's this Harold fellow thinks he's in charge of like.
But I
Windfall.
know Harold.
Right. Yeah. So I put in a good word for it. By putting in a good word, I mean he was trying to be like, oh, we know everything and we run like things.
They definitely don't know everything.
Right. Yeah. Right. I only thought about it afterwards because I'm not very quick on the feet. But he was like, if things were happening in Windfall, we know about it. I was like, right. That's why we saved your daughter twice. Right. But
That would have been a great comeback.
Yeah, but I didn't think about it. I didn't think about it fast enough. Right.
shower thought.
But he wants to set up a meeting. I convinced him that he needs to set up a meeting because council will probably be better than like all the nobles run the like right because people working together is better and everything. So he wants to meet with you and discuss like what leadership in Windfall might look like. So
What is the position, like where is he proposing this meeting?
I think up in I forget where he said.
And he wanted it in the Pinnacle District.
Somewhere.
That will be problematic for a visibility situation. We should have it in a neutral place, perhaps Overdrive
Maybe,
or something
yeah,
like
a private room in Overdrive.
Overdrive sounds great. Right.
that. Then take my message back that I will agree to meet, but in a neutral location, such as Overdrive, or another neutral one of his choosing. I might not.
Got it. What would
Can we send somebody else for that?
right? You got people that can do like the sending thing where you like a message.
I could probably get a message to him and make the arrangements happen.
All right. What do you think?
Follow up on.
What do you think the over?
I will let you know when the meeting is. I would like you to be there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What do you think the over under is? Other like leadery type peoples in the Windfall we could get together.
Well, there are several syndicate bosses in the Forsaken District. There's Lord Edwin of Overdrive, who is an sort of emissary of Perseverance Plaza. There's Kel, the Goliath, who is also an emissary for Perseverance Plaza.
So
There are several people in the gaming district. Adrian, part of the Copperblood, I understand he is now head overseer. He would be a good contact.
Funny you bring him up.
Frederick of the Way of Mercy in the Grey District has been a leader there. Several people. Whoever you find that is, Venwick, of course, that is putting themselves in charge of people should be involved in these discussions.
I can definitely inquire with the father at the Way of Mercy. I'm sure Frederick would understand and want to meet.
Fantastic.
Can you speak to Venwick, or is that an angle we should work?
Yes, Venwick is, I'm sure, around down here somewhere. I will talk to him about having him more thoroughly represent Felwind on its own, as the Jupiter Elite doesn't directly represent Felwind.
Right.
We'll take care of saying hi to the people in the gaming district.
Right. Well, we're gonna go.
Fantastic.
Part of what we're looking at doing today is meeting with this Adrian fellow. So.
Yeah, see what you can gather. He's the Copperblood is the biggest syndicate in the gaming district, and if Adrian falls in line with the meeting, then many others will too from the gaming district, as they will not want to be missing out on whatever it is we're doing.
All right.
Well, we've got our to-do list. Everybody, let's go.
Do we want to interrogate Fez first?
No.
I could perhaps change his mind, but that's only if this group would want me to do that. I have ways of making him talk.
Well, is it a thing where we think he's got valuable information?
I would think so. He worked with
I
Days
think-
for a while.
The best way to move forward here is to have the, let's call it, damaged party take charge of that particular project. Days, it's all yours.
I'll get some talking. Don't you worry.
He has a loose tooth right up front. It's probably a good starting point.
I got it. I got it all worked.
I just look at him like my way have been more fun, but I'm just gonna say it.
He starts putting like a dozen rings on. He's like, debatable.
And they're big and like chunky because they're dwarven rings. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
They're brass knuckles.
All right, so where are you guys heading first? So he also said to try to meet with Lord Edwin of Overdrive, which is sort of on the way to the gaming district because you're going to pop right out of there.
That's the dude that was sitting in the VIP booth, right?
I wanted to talk to that guy anyway.
None of us know him,
Nope.
right?
No.
Okay.
No, but I do know what was
But
his
we
name?
are good friends with the bartender.
We are good friends. We are good friends with the bartender. And what was the one guy's name?
Finnegan?
No, the
Jimmy the Juice?
Jimmy the Juice.
Oh my
Yep.
Yeah, the black or the golden, whatever his name is.
Gold Warrior.
Golden Warrior. Yeah,
Not pretentious or anything.
Jimmy
Jimmy the Juice.
Jimmy the Juice. Well, he is clad in like
Whatever.
Like-
Golden armor, yeah.
golden armor.
Yeah.
So yeah, gold plated armor. So okay, cool.
All right, so you guys go up to Overdrive. As you come in, it's early-ish. It's pretty. And for those watching that don't know what Overdrive is, it is the central bar of Windfall. A massive 4-story cylindrical bar that is in the center of the windmill. The large pipe that they call it, the sort of main gear of the windmill, goes straight through the bar. It rotates several dance platforms, and in fact the entire bar is on a platform and rotates from there. Several other gears kind of pop off of it and run other systems that are near there. There's several like overlooks and nooks and pathways to back areas all throughout the bar. It is a huge complex of both rooms to stay in, VIP sections, stages, separate clubs, you name it, this place has it.
So cool.
So you come in to the large main chamber of Overdrive, and you see Juana, day shift, tending bar. Jerry is there, changing sheets,
Jerry.
and sort of waves at Katinka like, "Hi." And
Don't push him this time.
yeah.
Can I, like,
He's kind of like. Juana's like, "Oh, hey, how's it going? Marcel's looking for you."
Oh yeah.
And he points to Marcel sitting at the table, like a little halfling, like, "Hey guys, over here, guys."
Oh dear.
I like start twitching my eye. I'm like,
I'll go
Who's
deal.
this friendly fella?
I'll go deal with that. Anybody that wants to come with me is more than welcome, but I'll go deal with that.
All right, so you go over to
Actually,
Marcel.
I'm gonna come meet Marcel.
Yes, I've not met this Marcel. Let's go and say hi to him.
We're always sit
Alright.
at the bar.
That makes sense.
All right, so you two go meet Marcel.
right.
You sit next to Marcel. Marcel's like, "All right, do you remember you told me to go find out more information on this Melithor guy?
Right.
I found out so much shit you would not even believe it."
Excellent. Before you get started, though, Marcel, this is Armand.
Hello there. How are you?
Hi. Okay, yeah, sure. Right on. So, Melithor. First of all, what a fuck. Like, Jesus, this guy is, I mean, inhuman. Like, no offense. He's crazy. Like,
So good.
so he's got, first of all, he's got like all these other wizards that work for him.
Oh,
I don't know any of
sorry.
their names, but like they're fucking awful people. Like really terrible. Like they will kill you where you stand, no matter what. Like most of them. I think a few of them are actually okay, but it's hard to tell. You can't trust any of them. They're terrible. Especially this Kedem Gloom. That's one name I do remember. He's really bad. But the rest of them, probably bad also. Anyway, so don't trust him. He's also got like all these other people like sewn into society everywhere. You can't trust anyone. You don't even know. You don't know anybody. And he's got this facility called the Depths. I don't know what's there, but that sounds real bad.
I love him.
Out of character, yes. I
love him. He worked
Conspiracy
so hard.
theorist.
We worked hard for this info.
I mean, that's some pretty exclusive shit, man.
Marcel,
You're not.
you did a good job.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Pretty accurate too, if I'd say.
That is extremely accurate information.
What's your name?
Yes, I am Aramond of House Shiuna.
Kind of like, you see some gears click in his head, like...
I just nodded and I say yes.
I believe I'm behind on some things. Maybe you could catch me up?
Right. So, plus side is, your intel is accurate.
Oh, well, that's good. I didn't know I was that far behind.
Right. Downside is, your intel is mildly behind.
Oh, there's one other thing. Winakia is working with someone named Gerard to take people from the Gray District, people that are down on their luck, offering paltry sums to only attract the people that are like, going to accept the smallest salary possible. Then there's a recruiting house in the Gray District where they funnel that, and Gerard runs it directly.
So Gerard runs a
recruiting house through Winakia. He also doesn't know Winakia's dead.
Bless him.
Yeah.
Justice.
At that, I call over Valgan.
Okay.
Right.
So you walk over.
Right.
By the way, Valgan is in noticeably a better mood and a better stride. A lot of that, shadowed cast from being tortured by Melithor is kind of dampened down at this point.
Jaunty cop.
The whistling cop.
Gerard runs a recruiting house to funnel the downtrodden and destitute into the depths. Okay.
So you relay that to Valgan, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
And I'll just look at the halfling. What was his name again?
Marcel.
Marcel. I was like, how did you find this out?
Well, it's sources. Let me tell you, they try to recruit me. Actually, I can't lie. Yeah, they try to recruit me. I met a guy there who spilled the beans and I ran off. So I'm probably going to be hunted after. But I was wearing a mask, and he pulls out a mask. It's got a mustache, so they probably didn't recognize me.
Is it a Guy Fawkes mask? Is that what it is?
it's just like a beard and a mustache, just on a pair of glasses. They don't know who I am.
It's a good one.
Got away with it. Right. Gerard wasn't even there. He didn't get a look at me. It was just a receptionist. Some gal named Lucy.
Two good things, right? We weren't aware of the Gerard, right? We were aware of Winakia, and she's dead. So that's...
Oh, well, that's plus. Winakia sounded scary as fuck.
Yeah.
Minotaur.
Yeah.
So that's a bonus. Unseen agents are all over, so be very careful who you talk to, right?
Okay. I wasn't sure that was actually true, so that's
super true, right?
Fuck.
He was one until about 4 minutes.
He kind of looks around the room, at all the different people. He looks at Jerry, and Jerry's he's eyes Jerry a little bit, just starts trusting nobody.
So Valgan's gonna come over, put his hand on his shoulders, hey, really appreciate it. Well done.
Who are you?
I'm Valgan. I'm a paladin of Bahamut.
Sweet. Marcel, you guys with them?
Yes.
Did you also work with Melithor? Because that guy did.
No, I was being tortured in Belithor's basement when they found me.
I give up.
But...
No, don't give up. You're doing a great job.
Yeah.
So good.
This is way outside my purview of
No, man, you're
information.
doing a great job. You're doing a great job.
What you could
need
do,
you.
though,
What do you need next? I got nothing else to do.
Right. It was 5 seconds. Right.
Now, just so you know, we're square, right? We're square for the barbell. I got enough for you to be square with what you paid for the barbell.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So if I do more for you, it's gonna cost you.
I was like, well, here's the thing. We are trying to keep the city from being destroyed.
I hear you. I hear you. Yep. Sort of good deed thing. All right. So only 25 gold pieces. Got it.
So this is the thing here, Marcel, right? You like having friends in high places, right?
Well, yeah.
Right? And, right? Friends do favors for each other, right?
Right.
Right.
Like giving me 25 gold pieces.
And you want to keep being my friend, right?
Well, yeah, that's why I did that. This is why we did the favor for the favor. You paid off my barbell. I spent the last 5 days going around town trying to find out every piece of information I possibly could for the thing that you wanted, and I did that. And I might have been a little behind the curve, admittedly, but I still did it.
And nobody's judging that. Nobody's judging that. You did a great job.
Ciao.
Right.
Ciao.
Yeah. Right. And so now that we have a mutually established friendship, right? We'll continue that. Right?
So you ask your friends to do things for free, is what you're saying?
Well, I ask my friends to do things because we're friends.
Well,
And sometimes maybe my friends ask me to do things because we're friends.
well, if it's going to cost me a bunch of money, though,
Right. Like what?
well, you got to go have drinks with these people. They all drink.
Right.
I got to go buy drinks, man.
Well, I'm not saying I'm not going to buy you drinks.
No, I got to buy them drinks.
Oh, that's fair.
I got to get people talking. I need funds for that. And something for myself for the
Send him
time.
a mental message. Be like, we need to find out if there's other unseen agents like Fez and whatnot. So what we should do is send him in and act like he's an agent of Melithor and try to act like to deliver an official message.
It is a good thing you're not saying this out loud.
He whispers it to me. Can I respond to that? Is that a
Yeah.
response
You
thing?
can respond back.
That's actually not a bad idea. I was also thinking of having run around and see if we can find some of these places where these stones go. Right, maybe do a little reconnaissance in the city since we don't have the footwork to get around.
Marcel just looks at you guys looking at each other like, do you want to let us in on the conversation, guys? I know what's going on.
You do, too.
No.
And he sort of whispers to you like, yeah, it's a cantrip.
I thought you could see what the spell.
I mean, just the one, but it's a good spell. Comes in handy.
It is very handy. He's a decent patsy.
He's a halfling. He's kind of got darker clothes, a couple daggers next to his side.
All right, so this is what we're thinking, right? You figured out the unseen agent bit on your own, right?
Yeah.
The thing we need to know is who these people are.
Well, probably there might be a master list in the depths.
So the depths isn't really a place you want to go, my friend.
That's not where I want to go. But if someone were to go there and be sneaky, maybe they could go get that list.
I mean,
50
I've
gold
been up
pieces
in
for
there.
the list.
Oh, my friend, I am not going to get the list. I will be skewered very quickly. I'm pretty sneaky, I'm pretty small, but that's a little above my
you're also extremely charming, by the way. I'm just saying.
Well, thank you, but
You could talk your way out of most
gnolls
places.
don't really
I'm
respond
sure
to
with a
charm
little
very
bit
well.
of work.
There's
or
more than
disguise,
just gnolls
we
there.
can make him look like a gnoll.
It's really hard to tell if a gnoll is a male or a female, so I don't know which charm to put on. It's really confusing. I don't know how to do it.
I think mostly you just go with the hey, you just go with it both ways, and I think it works, right? But
Give me something within the city. I'll do that. I'm
so
not
this-
traveling out to the depths. I'm
so
sorry.
this is my thought, right? Is you keep an eye and an ear out, and maybe you pose yourself. You interject yourself as much as possible as either wanting to be or trying to get in with unseen agents in a way that supplants yourself.
Make a persuasion check with advantage, or you can either make persuasion
Good with
checks.
that.
If you're good with it.
I am. Yeah,
This is your combined idea.
sure thing. 25.
25. He's like, well, maybe. I mean, maybe if I go to that recruiting spot.
You see, they already know your face. They know that you're potentially, corruptible, and so you just simply make yourself a little more corruptible and allow them to try to pretend like they've woven you in.
What if I bring someone to be recruited, and I hand them over, and then they go to the depths and work as a slave, but then I'm trusted? Huh?
Well, that's very unlawful and mean, and
well, I mean, maybe I just pick somebody that no one cares about, or something really bad.
I think our paladin would say something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Valgan just like kind of leans forward. You hear this creaking noise. It's like, pardon me.
He kind of like looks at your armor, looks you up and down, like, right? Yeah, no, that's a bad idea. So okay, so no.
Yeah, no.
On the up and up on this.
Yeah, no.
No, whatever means necessary.
No trading people into slavery. That's okay. That's probably expressed.
I wish I knew that before, but
not a great.
We got the information we have. That's fine.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'll see what I can do. I won't be too risky about it, but I'll see if I can interject myself. Maybe hang around a few of the players that I may know about now.
Make yourself important to people like Gerard.
Well, the thing that's going to make me most important is helping facilitate the manpower they need to dig up whatever there is they're digging up. Or
I don't think
get myself recruited.
50 gold pieces. Get recruited. You get the list and sneak out.
I've heard what Wanakia does to the slaves.
She's dead.
She's dead.
We killed her.
She's dead.
I mean,
well, still.
Yeah.
I'm sure they got some kind of replacement that's probably just as mean. That hole doesn't dig itself.
Well, I'm just saying, I've known people that have snuck in there and snuck out. So it's possible. I know that.
Really? And
yes.
who?
Right. It's proprietary information. You have to pay me a lot of money for it because it's confidential.
That would be 100 gold pieces.
Oh, yes. I see how this works. Okay, fine.
Hey, you know how an information trader works.
I do. Yeah, you're right. Totally. I respect that. Totally respectable. All right, well, I will try to ingratiate myself with some of the low-level studs of this situation and see what I can do.
One other thing. What were the name of the people that owned that were from here before the twin people? The Enoch?
Beckina and Karina?
No.
Oh.
The Oni or whatever the Eons.
Oh, Ornero.
Ornero. Mm-hmm. Right. If you could look into and see if you could find anything out about the Ornero.
He's kind of like, the Ornero. I mean, obviously Windfall was built by the Ornero, but...
Right. So there's these statues.
You know as much as I do.
There's these statues and stuff with, like, ancient text on them.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Right.
Most of them refer to the silence.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Most of them are pretty solemn. There's a few heroic ones. There's Natasha Borelli. She was some ancient hero of the Ornero.
If you could go around and do me two things. One, sort of get a list of like the text that's written on all of them, and look for ones that may have places where there's things that could be inserted. Like sword.
Excuse me?
You're a pervert.
Well, yeah, guilty as charged as he like sort of pops his suspenders a little bit.
Like items like a sword or a gem or a necklace or a ring, but things that look like maybe there's a spot that could be like a relief or something. Where
Okay,
it
yeah,
looks
I mean,
like,
there's
like there's something that's supposed
8
to
or
be
9
there.
statues in the city. We'll take some time.
But those are the two things I got for you.
All right, 25 gold, and you got it.
All right.
So you give him 25 gold. He's like, pleasure doing business with you. I got you, man.
Hey, you did good work.
And he walks. Thank you. He walks straight over the bar. He pulls out one of the gold pieces, buys a drink, slams it, and then leaves the bar.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. As that happens, Velvet Night Sky is there, kind of waking up, getting ready to head to the Copper Blood. Sees you there, like, oh, hey, I didn't realize you were gonna be here. You weren't here last night, so I figured you stayed somewhere else. What'd you do last night?
Oh, it got crazy. You know how it goes.
Battle yesterday was nuts.
What? Oh, that's right. That was yesterday. It was a busy day.
And she was there.
That's right. Yes. You had front row seats. How did we do?
I just kept playing. I hope that was cool. It just
was
seemed like
perfect.
awesome to just like watch everyone like fucking bleed each other out while I was rocking the lute. It was kind of rad. It was sort of a highlight of my career. I don't even know.
I kind of want you to come around with us all the time, and we can have like theme music, and you can like hype us up. Do you do that kind of thing?
I mean, I could. It's actually it's great running into you. I need a favor.
Okay.
So you saw that Lord Edwin was sort of auditioning me the other night.
Indeed, yes.
Tonight he wants a private show. And I don't know.
Like an eyebrow. Like
He tells me it's on the up and up because I asked him. I told him I don't do that kind of work, and he assured me it's not that kind of work, and that Jimmy the Juice was going to be there, and other people were, that I could bring a friend, is what he told me. So I was wondering if you would just come be my person.
Oh yeah, fuck yes.
Okay.
Yeah, is it like a party?
He didn't really say, and it's very cryptic. I'm really not sure what to make of it, but it's here in Overdrive, but in one of the back chambers.
Sure.
One of the larger back chambers, and he didn't tell. It's not accessible to the public, and I'm not really sure it seems.
That is probably.
I just have a really weird feeling about it. You know what I mean? She's just kind of like, she feels like it's probably okay. It's kind of her face, but like, she negotiated with him to bring a friend, and she's like, "You're coming. You've got bows and arrows. You can shoot people in the face."
I'll fuck a brother up, like, for sure.
You got bows and arrows.
I will do that. That sounds fantastic.
It's after the Copperblood gig, so it'll be around 11 tonight, the end of the night. Just meet me here, and we'll go.
Yeah, for sure.
Meet
We're
with
going
Lord
down
Edwin.
to the. We're going down to the gaming district. We're going to, play some cards, do some questioning of some questionable characters. You know how we do.
Thank you so much. It's definitely a relief to know that you're going to be there. So
I look forward to it. That's
you guys are going to the gaming district, you said?
We are. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll be in one of the side rooms at the Copperblood. Not the favorite room, but I'll be playing some of the better rooms later this week. So
Excellent.
Come say hi.
We will come see you. Yeah. That sounds very exciting. I look forward to the intrigue.
She goes to the bar. She throws a gold piece down, slams a drink, and leaves the bar.
Right. Ro's gonna try and just swipe that gold piece that she drops.
Make a sleight of hand.
Okay.
18. Juana's like
Good morning, Juana.
22.
You are very fast.
She's just gonna change.
I like that you're keeping me on my toes as he flips it and puts it in a pouch.
Not today.
I have something for you. And she goes and she gets in her bag and she rifles around a little bit and has to kind of think. Okay. And she pulls out 2 muffins, fruit and nut cupcake muffins with pink frosting and sprinkles on them. I know working in the morning is really hard, and I saw these at the bakery down the way, and I just thought that you and, I don't know, maybe Jay.
Are these made by Kel?
They are.
He gets so excited. He's like,
I know, here you go.
oh man, and his giant dragonborn mouth just starts chomping the whole thing, sort of gumming it, oh man, Kel makes the best shit.
He really does. He's a good guy. I like Kel quite a lot. So I have to ask you.
Yeah.
I know you're a bartender and you hear things sometimes. If you hear of anybody, specifically a black dragonborn named Rend, who comes through and he's looking to do some new business.
Yeah, I know, friend.
You say that with a tone.
Well, I mean, most people know who Rend is, but especially Dragonborn.
Do you ever do business with him, or could you That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
Because I like my job. Do you imagine what Gaultier would say if he knew I was dealing in Dreamflake?
He's a pretty underbelly kind of guy. Do you know somebody who could hypothetically set up a meeting between me and Rend? Between you and I have a score to settle.
He kind of leans you and you didn't hear from me, but there is a Dragonborn bartender named Lemon.
I've met Lemon.
In Brown Street Bar, and
yeah.
That's his cousin.
It is his cousin. Yes, indeed. All right, that's fine. I will double down on that one then.
Yeah, he didn't hear from me.
Perfect. Do you know, is there another, what does he do in his office?
Are you trying to get Dreamflake? Is that what?
No.
Oh, you said you have a score.
No, I don't fuck with that shit.
Good.
No.
It's bad news.
Fuck up your life.
Windfall's got its own enough problems. We don't need Dreamflake here.
No, I seen it around, and I was a little offended that it was actually offered in an establishment like the Bronze Tree. Little put off by that.
Well, you can get anything in the Pinnacle District.
All right, well.
See, that has a whole different look without the cat.
For everyone at home, I am petting a cat. I'm not doing anything illicit.
Dreamflake.
Twitch is like, your stream has been blocked.
Well, Juana, I'm not asked. I did not come here. We did not have this conversation. I don't want to be associated with a flea like Rent. I would actually rather him be plucked out of Windfall's range altogether. So
I agree.
did not ask you this thing, if you know what I mean.
He's a medium fish in a big pond. A crystal dragon is a big situation.
Is that who he works for, the
Yeah.
Crystal Dragons? I never knew. I knew there was something, but I did. Where are they located?
Well, they are out of Droville, mainly.
That makes sense, yeah.
But they also have roots in the Dying Land.
Are they a problem?
They're becoming more of a problem. The Empire seems to be having more of a problem than we are yet, which is why Gaultier has such a strong stance against Dreamflake. And I'm sure if you ask most of the leaders around here, it's pretty frowned upon.
It's a dirty habit. It degrades our society.
Even though Windfall is a free city, it's next level.
I appreciate you, Juana. Thank you.
Of course.
I will give him a gold piece. See, look, I can be nice. I can be on the up and up.
Oh, I never doubted it.
All right, we're going to go gamble. Have a good one.
Don't lose everything. And he just starts cleaning your glasses.
We gotta talk to Lord
Lord Edwin.
So I'm talking to one. I was like, do you think Lord Edwin would be interested in hosting a summit of the leaders of Windfall here?
Juana just kind of looks around like, well, first, I'm a bartender.
Right.
Summit of the leaders of Windfall, a little outside my pay grade, but I mean, we have the space, if that's what your question is.
Well, so first,
you know
is,
I'm going
is
to be
Lord...
meeting with him tonight, actually.
Well, I was gonna see if he was here.
He's not here. I mean, he's always here, but he's in his special quarters. He's not to be disturbed.
Would you mind passing on a message to him from the Jupiter Elite that we are putting together a meeting and we need neutral ground to determine the path forward for the city?
That sounds heavy, but yeah, write something down. I'll pass along.
You know.
So
You should write down a note.
Yeah, that should be
You should write down like a cordial note from Days, like, hey, like Robert. Right.
On behalf of Days.
Well, because it is.
Yeah.
So out of character, can we show our fans the kitty cat?
I don't know if we can tilt the camera.
She's
She's really happy, and her claws are really dug into my blood and my skin.
Yeah, she gets settled like this.
Nowhere.
Yeah, that's why I flinch every now and then, because when she's kneading, she's claws, pants, skin. So
Yeah.
Okay.
There be cats.
So no meeting with Lord Edwin right now.
No, he's it's early in the day for him. It's a nightclub, right? So he's on nightclub hours.
Cool. We're still at overdrive. We haven't done any. We haven't gone to the gameplay. So.
Nope.
Well, it looks like we're our next stop. Yeah.
All right. So you guys finish up at Overdrive. You get you get Marcel on some new missions after he completed the missions you sent him on originally. Trying to get him integrated in with the unseen agents as someone who could possibly pass off as someone who's unseen, as at least a underling lackey and less connected to more official channels than maybe some other people within your own ranks. He met Armand and got a very giant awakening about the seriousness of the situation. Lena did some interrogating. Valgan found some more information on Gerard and the whole situation with where people are going, and there's now a lead for following up on that.
Oh yeah, we got some doors to kick in now.
Yeah, you've got a meeting with Velvet Night Sky and subsequently also Lord Edwin. And with that, we're going to take a short break.
Seems right.
I got to run over there.
All right.
Presently.
Keep going. I know you're so happy.
Oh, kitty cat. You are covered in
boat day. Welcome back to Windfall. Thank you guys for sticking around while we took a break to get some beverages and some snacks, including a New Orleans donut.
Oh, so good.
It's a king cake.
King cake?
But it is from a really great place called Tasty Donuts, 2 E's at the end. It's
Tasty.
a 24-hour cafe that has both amazing donuts and like jambalaya, crawfish etouffee, and gumbo. It's fucking amazing. And so they have a bunch of king cakes because it's the beginning of Mardi Gras season, Les la Bâton Roulé. And I was like, oh, they had a little one. And I'm like, is it a donut? Or is it a king cake? I can't really tell. It's the perfect size. I can bring this as a carry-on. I'm taking it. And it is technically like a donut dough, but it tastes and has the texture of because king cakes are usually like croissant dough that are rolled with cinnamon and have like a cream cheese and jelly thing happening in the middle. And it's amazing and perfect. And it does the mouthfeel thing. It's so good. Please help yourselves. I don't want to take it home.
Yeah, so good.
So good.
All right, so you guys were getting some much needed communications with various parts of Windfall that has been catching up to you. You connected back up with Marcel. You interrogated Days, got some contacts with Juana. So now you guys head to the gaming district, presumably led by Katinka.
Hi.
Hi.
Lead the way, Katinka. Let's see this little place of yours that you want to.
Introduce us to your friend who
Yeah.
associates with kidnappers.
Don't worry, we're not suspicious of you.
And murderers.
Sounds like a great person.
Katinka, I'm sorry that they said the quiet part out loud.
So you head up to
Paladins
the.
not known for their subtlety.
You guys start following Katinka and you head up to the gaming district. You get up to a large. It takes up about a third of the gaming district, and it is a. Building on top of 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 building. Maze of buildings with large central areas. Katinka starts leading you down a corridor, and you guys think you're reaching sort of the end of something, but then you suddenly turn, and then there's like another corridor that seems like the same one you just went down, and then you go into this big, large area with tons of tables, and you can't see any entrances at all, but Katinka leads you straight through all the tables to a hallway that you wouldn't have been able to see otherwise, through some other corridors that lead to another room that looks pretty much exactly like the one you just came out of with a bunch of tables. You think you just went to a loop. And you feel like you're going in circles, but then you arrive at after going up a few stairs, at an elevated area and a door, and Katinka knocks on the door, and someone comes out like, yes.
Is Adrian here?
Who's asking?
Katinka.
I will check. Hold on. This is, by the way, the same chick you just saw this morning, who just pretends like she forgot you. And like,
Rude.
yeah. Oh no, sorry. Yesterday morning.
I
Okay.
assume we just hear this voice.
Well,
No, you guys are all there. You guys are all
Okay,
there.
okay.
So yeah, you
So
just
we
see
see
this.
her?
Yeah, you see her.
Do they look like Bakina
Yeah, I was
or
just gonna
Karina?
say.
No, they're just like a blondish, but not quite as bimbo-y. Just sort of very like
Valley girl.
Very valley girl, but also like mafia-ish chick, if that makes sense. Like
I was just making sure.
yeah, like a little bit
that's the same
skeptical, but a little bit like putting up the pretenses. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't getting here. Hold up a second.
Mob boss's
Like
daughter.
mob boss's daughter type
Yeah.
of vibe. And after a moment, she opens the door again. Like, all right, yeah, Adrian will see you. Just come in the waiting area.
Thank you.
Is y'all coming too? Okay,
Yes.
I guess all of you. It's a lot, right? And then it shuts the door. And there's a pretty large meeting area up here. And there's a couple other doors, and there's one particularly, ornate door. Assumably that's where Adrian's office is. You also see a sort of conference room almost. It's more like a boardroom where there's a big round table with a bunch of chairs around it, currently unoccupied. But from where you're at, you can see that. You also see a desk where she's sitting at, and then there's another desk that's currently unoccupied within this room as well. The big ornate door swings open, and Adrian presents himself. Katinka! It's so good to see you again. In such short time. What brings you here so soon?
I thought you had a total different persona.
I like to think she says that.
You've known me for years. Why would you be questioning my persona now?
Uh-oh.
Are you busy?
I am never too busy for you.
We need your help.
Of course.
Well, more, I need your help.
Is this pertaining to a little bit about what we talked about yesterday?
A little bit, but
Let's see. It is very unfortunate to hear about this. He kind of looks, he's like, Nancy, go ahead and leave. And she's like,
Nancy.
and like, his tone goes deadly serious, and she leaves. And he's like, that's better.
What's he look like?
He is a red tiefling with black hair, horns that kind of come and go back a little bit. He has a vest with no shirt underneath, so just rippling abs coming through. He's wearing pretty nice pants and some like gold bracelets, gold necklaces. He's got some gold bands on his horns. He's pretty adorned.
He totally reminds me on the guy on Eurovision.
Yeah, he's kind of that vibe.
The lion dude.
Does he look like a fighter?
He looks like he's could handle himself in a scrape for
Is he
sure.
attractive?
Very.
Yes.
Katika's like yes.
Indeed.
It's like, think about like that scene from like what do you call it? Snatch, where like Brad Pitt walks out. He's like, "Oh yeah, boxer.
Yeah.
You look like a boxer, right? Like that's what Duke's doing in his head right now, right? Does he look like a boxer? Does he look like a fighter?
He's got some wear and tear and some scars like in his shoulders and arms and stuff like that. He's got a short sword on his side, but he also wears a number of rings, and his knuckles are like he probably like does little fisticuffs.
Like a rugged.
Yeah.
Quick question: would both me and Rose's criminal background know much about this? Because this guy kind of screams, influence.
Overall, you guys would know about the Copperblood in general, right? The Copperblood, while not necessarily a criminal organization, has had some pretty nefarious people work for it before. I should probably bring up some stuff here. Oops.
Classic gaming situation.
Yes. So the Copperblood has been through a few changes recently. So Adrian himself, you don't have a lot of beat on because he's sort of risen to being the main overseer of Copperblood super recently, and somewhat reluctantly so. Let me bring up all the notes here. This will make it a lot easier for me to say things.
While you're pulling that up, divine sense, please.
Yeah, you get a good feeling about Adrian. He seems like a good dude.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Interesting. Unfortunate.
Wanted to kill Adrian.
I mean, I'd say that.
There is a particular individual with your criminal backstory, to kind of answer your question, that you would know about. A male orc who's got a eye patch, not a half orc, by the way, an orc. His name is Grok, and he has been trying to take over the Copperblood from the inside by redistributing availability of resources. The Copperblood is sort of a co-op where like a lot of the people that run all the different parts of it sort of partially own the different mechanisms. Windfall is a very DIY city overall, and Copperblood being part of that has sort of annexed their own set of resources in imports and exports and tried to isolate themselves and insulate themselves from changes that the city overall would have. That includes food and drinks so that their customers are not going to go hungry or thirsty. But then also just the overall employees of games and, keeping the lights on and all that stuff. But yeah, the Grok has been known to work with the Forsaken District in some of the crime syndicates there, and has at points been a sort of like a fence contact, and he isn't presently, but that's kind of where he kind of came up in, is like smuggling.
So Grok rose up from the Forsaken area, and now he's made more of a presence here. Okay.
Yep, exactly. And you guys would know that because that's, with a criminal background, that's sort of known, in the back sort of channels of the underside of Windfall. So back to Katinka. He's like, well, I don't have any more information for you from yesterday, but I see you brought more people. Who are all these lovelies? Especially you.
Hello.
So I introduce everyone.
You see him obviously flirting with Ro, by the way.
I try to ignore it, but in the inside, I'm dying.
Oh, shit.
Hold on.
I was going more for brother-sister vibe, but all right.
Ro does not notice.
Oh, she got crushed.
And when as she's going around and introducing people, I say, like, we have not worked directly together, but it's like, I believe one of your people calls himself Hellspawn. We've supplied him from the Forsaken District, so we've had crossings.
Grok?
I don't say Grok because I piss him off.
Yeah, he's like, well, like, I mean, he's got his own goals and whatnot, but we all do, right? It's fine.
Can I insight check him on if that helped or hurt our
Make an insight check.
Relationship with him?
I just made up a name of someone who was in his organization. Not Grok, but yeah.
14.
What you pick up is that doesn't know who you're talking about.
Okay.
But he's embarrassed that conversation is negative, because you kind of get the sense he's trying to take the Copperblood a little bit more legitimate. Mm-hmm. And he's just like, I'm dealing with another underbelly.
Like the criminal stuff.
Yeah, he's just like, more underbelly people in my midst. All right, well, whatever. We all come from somewhere. He sort of just throws his hands up and just like, ugh.
We're a pretty ragtag group. We, do work with the Jupiter Elite, but we all come from different backgrounds.
Yeah, Jupiter Elite is great. I love them. They very loyal. They do what they say they're going to do, and they accept very reasonable pay for jobs.
We're trying, I think, to elevate the general well-being of Windfall. We do our best to improve the underbelly of places like the gaming district.
So I'm sorry to interrupt. I didn't get all your names. Valgan?
Pleasure. Valgan, Paladin of Bahamut, at your service.
Very good. And you are? Lena.
I'm Ro.
Okay.
Duke.
Very simple.
Armand of House Shiona.
I think I've heard of you. And then, what's your name? I'm kidding.
So you said that.
So these are the new people that you hang out with. You were so much better. No, I mean, you had the things. Why did you... I still don't understand why you went... No offense. The Jupiter Elite is great. I love them. But you're so much better than the Jupiter Elite. I'm just saying.
Where else would I be?
You could have stayed here. This is great. Look at this place. This is awesome. And he's like, look at this. This is fresh water. You can just have some. It's free.
Oh my god.
Wait, so fresh water is the
I was just gonna say
the gold standard.
Welcome, we're in Mad Max, really.
Where they grew up, it was.
What were you doing,
Saltwater
Katinka,
Town.
before you came to the Jupiter? Because you came with Venwick. You were working with Venwick, right?
I was part of the Copperbloods before.
Yeah.
And
What did were you security? What did you do?
What did she do? You never told them. These are your new compatriots.
we've had a lot of suspicious people. We've trusted some people and find out that they're not trustworthy.
In charge of hospitality by choice. She would personally see that everyone was taken care of. She would introduce herself to everyone that came in and made sure that they were well and happy. And she is the best.
She's very good with people.
That is true.
Don't let the weird gear thing fool you. She is a very kind person.
I think so too. I mean, she's also kind of violent, but I like that about her.
Sometimes you have to be violent. I mean,
some people are into that. You know, if you're in hospitality, you have to, take care of
just because you're nice doesn't mean you're a pushover. Katinka is both.
Whatever your voice is doing, I can't get out. I see how it feels.
Oh my.
She does good work for us.
Yes.
What kind of work do you do here?
I am the leader, apparently.
Tinka also told us you were like an unseen agent or something like that.
Well,
I rolled a 1 to see if I would not say that.
well, she speaks the truth. Here's the deal. There is an inevitability in life, and one of those inevitabilities is that powerful people are going to claim power. We have a microcosm of freedom in this space I am trying to maintain. I don't care what happens outside these walls. I don't. I want to make sure the gaming district, or at the very least, this building, stays neutral, and Windfall itself stays neutral. There are people in the city that would see it go to the Empire entirely, that would see the Empire come in here with their troops and rat out every corner of it and scrape out every part of culture that makes Windfall, and then it wouldn't be Windfall anymore. Or, worse, they would see the Dakabot tribes come in here with their monstrosities and their armies and turn this into a monster pen of deceit and horribleness. Not that it's not already a little like that, don't get me wrong, but this would be way worse. So Melithor is trying to just shift it, as far as I can see. It's
and the army of mutated gnolls is for...
He assures me they're not going to stay in the city, and they're just for protection.
Right.
That's why he's melting people down.
I don't say it is a good deal, but what else am I supposed to do? He's going to take the city. If I don't ally with him, then we are going to be against him, and he will just wipe us out.
What do you do for Melithor?
I pass him some information. I try to be very small with the information and just pretend I don't notice very much, because honestly, I don't.
What does Melithor do for you?
He has made a promise that the copper blood in the gaming district will remain free and neutral out of the upcoming war. That is all I care about.
Are you a foolish man?
Ask Katinka.
Do we believe we can trust him?
I take a deep breath or internal thing. I'm like, he is foolish enough to put his life at risk to make sure people are safe.
Well put.
It's a lot of trust to put into somebody who is going to have a violent overtaking of a city. I don't know if you've ever seen anything like that before.
I have some questions for you.
Wait, I don't just have people in my life because I don't trust them or care about them. The only people I have in my life are because I care about them. That's the same with Adrian.
That speaks a lot for you, Adrian.
And with that trust, I will then reveal at least the parts that we kept secret over here. You see, I used to be one of the disciples of Melithor, one of his 12 wizards.
Armand, I know.
Yes. But...
you should know Melithor's looking for you.
Oh, I know he's looking for me.
I am going to pretend I did not see you.
That would be
I cannot guarantee every one of my employees has not seen.
And the reason why we're here to speak with you is that we have seen direct actions, what he's doing to try to destroy and corrupt the city. He's not going to keep you safe. He has already created multiple groups pitted against each other. I can guarantee you, since you know about also my other backgrounds with the criminal enterprises, that Grok is one of his. So yes, You
I
are.
don't think Rock is one of his. I think Rock is just an evil bastard by himself. Honestly.
Nonetheless, a lot of strings here are being pulled, and just because he says he's going to keep you safe, that is not a true promise. I can assure you that he is definitely corrupting the city against itself. And that's what
Make a persuasion check. With advantage because he already doesn't trust Malithor.
Eek. Come on, a little bit better. No!
It was a little bit better.
It was a smidgen better. That's an 11.
11?
It's like, meh.
He's like, this is the worst position I could possibly be put in my first week as overseer. You realize? I do not want to see violence in the city, but I am not in a position to stop it. I am only in a position to protect those under me, and that is the Copperblood. What would you have me do?
Second option. Ryan, you join other leaders in Windfall in a meeting to ally against Melithor in an attempt to unify the city and thus give yourself greater power to ensure that Windfall stays the way that you want it by being a leader in all of Windfall.
Make another
not just
persuasion check.
Not just the gaming district.
With advantage.
Damn.
Fuck! God damn it!
That was so persuasive. I was persuaded.
It was good.
I mean, so I have you make the check, but the DC is pretty low because of what you were saying. So what was the actual number?
Persuasion?
Yeah,
Real solid 10.
that's what I was looking for.
All right.
He's like, I'm sure you know most of the leaders in Windfall have their own, just like me, their own things that they want. The Pinnacle wants to see Empire rule. Forsaken wants to see Dynasty rule. Gaming District just wants neutrality, and I don't know what Lord Edwin wants.
Probably money.
I will be at this meeting, but I don't know what good it will do when all these people want things that are diametrically opposed.
But that is why we need all of you.
We can present the evidence showing that while he is whispering honeyed words into one ear, that it's really poison in the other, or he's pitting others against each other. We can provide this evidence, and so perhaps those sweet promises will then prove themselves lies.
I will do this, but I will need a favor from the Jupiter Elite. It is time sensitive, and I don't have many other resources to deal with this.
I mean, we can offer you a favor from the Calypso of the Sunless Sky, but from the Jupiter Elite.
Somebody. I just need to know why all of my loyalists are disappearing and all of Grok's loyalists are not. There is a underbelly of disturbance in the Copperblood, and this must be resolved before I will have power to do anything.
I'm gonna blame Melithor. I'm just saying.
I don't believe this is Melithor. I am, as you say, on the inside. I would know. I would be facilitating it. He would be asking me to. He doesn't want to see the Copperblood torn apart. On the contrary, he wants the Copperblood to be strong.
Do you want Grok gone, or do you just want to?
I'm not going to go that far with it, but if Grok is
It's
engaged...
a personal question, not a business question.
If Grok is engaged in things that are harming people, there have been 4 of my people that have vanished without a trace.
Were they in the district when they vanished?
Yes. Within the last 4 days. And it was all people in position to help keep me in power. I am now dwindled in my ability to maintain the seat of Overseer. If I don't maintain it, Grok will take the seat of Overseer, and that would be disastrous.
That would not be great.
For not only the Copperblood, not only the Gaming District, but Windfall as a whole will suffer under Grok. He is an idiot and selfish and greedy.
Where is
He's so greedy, Melithor wouldn't even work with him.
Where is he?
He's somewhere around here.
I think our best bet is to try to at least, if not shadow one of your people that is trying to keep you in power, because he will try to target them next. Or I cast Disguise Self put ourselves in this position, as I basically make myself like look like, one of his people. I guess I would just have like, the uniform a little bit.
That's pretty good. That's a good trick. One of the biggest disappearances was actually my predecessor, Trey, who had a name, has a full name. Trey the Smile Visco.
The smile. Where did the
The reason
smile
I
get to?
have this job is because Trey vanished, and we have not heard from him. Several others have vanished since, but wherever Trey is, probably the rest are also.
Where did he go missing from? Or was last seen, I suppose.
He was.
All right, so what I'm hearing is we take out this grok fellow.
I think in the end, probably. That would be very satisfying.
Okay.
He was to meet with Grok about expanding Grok's brothels in the district.
Do you know
That
grok?
is pretty
You know where?
suspicious.
At Trey's house, I think.
Katinka, do you know grok?
No.
No.
I'm gonna keep my disguise as one of his people. I'll probably choose a tiefling with the color. See, I don't think blue's been used yet, and I'll have like kind of like the little ram horns as well.
Is Katinka blue?
No, you're purple.
Purple.
Oh, purple. Oh, she's purple. She's purple.
I say we start there. It has all happened very quickly.
Very quickly.
Who are
indeed.
the people that they have been replaced by?
So two things have been happening at the same time. There have been some disappearances, but there's also been just some very sudden changes of mind. And the people that have changed their mind are not the same as they were. They're little, I don't know how to put this, dumber.
Change your mind in what way?
Like they now support Grok for overseer.
Perhaps
Like they
have
were
been-
punched in the head.
More like they had their brains sucked out by a straw. They're just not entirely there. I don't know how else to describe it.
Mind whammied.
Mine.
Yeah, brain. I believe the
Brain.
Do you?
Brain.
Can you
Brain
show
damage.
us to some people who turned weird or changed?
Let's go talk with one.
I could. It would be a little suspicious, but I could have someone brought up.
Do they work?
Can we go to them?
Do they work tables or play in the gaming district? We could go have a casual face-to-face.
There is one that works in the main central area. Tony 10-inch.
Now I'm going to use an accent that's going to be
He's-
a lot like Adrian's as well.
He is
Okay.
okay. All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
I'll be like, well, you have to understand that he has access, Grok, to all the monsters, the ones that have been kept away, so decimal. So I am more certain that there are creatures that can suck the brain out of them.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's like I'm staring into a mirror. It's pretty awesome. Tony 10-inch, he's got a prominent position because of Trey's and his relationship. It is a little frowned upon. But apparently, he's very happy with what Tony 10-inch could do. I don't know why I call him Tony 10-inch, but anyway.
I have an idea. I mean, we can go ask him.
He's
some
got a big feet.
But he runs. He
He must
runs.
be very tall.
He runs a whole section of downstairs, and he's probably there now. If you want to go ask him.
I think that is a good place to start. I imagine he would be distraught and may not be. So.
Do we know where Trey's house
All right.
is?
Yeah, Trey's house is one level up. He lives on the very top. So if you go out this door, there's a staircase that takes you straight up. That is where Tony's house is, or Trey's house is.
Do we
Before-
look there first?
Let's
If
go
it's
there
closer.
And before we leave, I do ask, just to keep my disguise up, do you have any like credentials or something that I could use to show that I am as an agent of the house?
Well, yes, and he pulls out like a medallion of copper blood, and it's literally just like, copper in the shape of a blood drop, basically. And yeah, it's very, very subtle, very literal, not very creative.
Antonio.
Oh my!
This is all people and stuff like that. Yes.
I just like flat face. I'm like,
Katinka, your friends are pretty smart. So I'm happy you found some place that you belong to.
thank you.
I do miss having you around here, and I could use your help now more than ever. Hopefully,
He's not.
Maybe you and your friends can help with this at least, huh?
We'll do our best.
Okay.
Thank
How are
you.
your parents?
I don't know.
When's the last time you talked to them?
Maybe 5 years ago.
Oh, well. Hopefully your grandparents made it out. And your uncle too. I know you've been looking for them.
I hold back tears.
Okay.
Noted.
So yeah, you go up to Trey's house, and you see a house. It's more of like an apartment, right? So it's not on its own because it's at the top of sort of this amalgamation of buildings. It's pretty large. It's got several buildings and kitchen and hosting area and bar, and like a pretty good balcony that kind of overlooks the whole sort of amalgamation of buildings that's sort of around.
Real quick, was the door unlocked or locked?
It was unlocked.
Suspicious.
Yeah. You guys kind of just are able to walk right in. If anyone wants to make an investigation check.
Yes.
Help?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we all?
I'm sorry.
Tony. Two people can make one each, or one person can make one with advantage.
I'll give it to him with advantage.
All right.
Perception?
Investigation.
He's already done with advantage, so that's it.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. Because I think,
I was
what do you
slow back.
have? You have like a +5 or something?
Actually, that's for perception.
Got it.
+5. Investigation is +1.
Yeah, I have a +8, so I got.
There you go.
Ooh.
So that is a
So plus
22, and I'm also every time I do investigation, I always
Got
cast the
that.
cantrip, so it's like the Doctor Strange, like
Right.
Oh,
scared.
nice.
You see two things. You see the remains of a quite enjoyable night.
Oh my.
Wow.
Pillows laid out, a couple of glasses of wine, half drunk. Now keep in mind when you guys get here, it's middle of the day. And you also see signs of a struggle. Sort of kind of right in front of that. There's no blood or anything, but
What do you see?
just sort of based on what his investigation is, he can kind of pick up little tiny clues that there was a struggle in the room. There's nothing like big pieces of furniture broken or anything like that, but you can tell there was a.
It definitely appears, Katinka, that this Trey brought someone amorous to share a special night with, and it did not turn out so very pleasant. As you can see over here, that it went straight from the pink handcuffs and all of the booze to it looks like a broken champagne bottle, and yes, combat. And not the fun kind that has a sacred word or secret word.
Secret word.
Safe word, yes.
For paladins, it's a sacred word.
Oath.
So, if we perhaps want to pull the thread on this very sexy lingerie sweater, then we will have to find out who did he hook up with last night.
Well,
It would have been a week ago.
I'm gonna, while this is happening, walk over to the edge of the balcony and I'm gonna roll perception and look straight down.
I also wanted to do a very similar thing. I'll just let you do it.
Okay.
So
You gotta
with
initiative on
a 12.
Go and do it with advantage. Just she's
Oh, okay.
kind of like we should look over the balcony.
Yeah, I wanted to look up and down and kind of what can I see? You can see.
I don't see crap,
It's unfortunate.
unfortunately.
See, well, you got a 12, and what you do see is that like. Going off of your intuition of like, okay, if someone was to try to get rid of this guy at the balcony on like a pretty tall building, seems like
Tip him over.
Yeah. So you look down and you see immediately another balcony, basically only one story down, where there's like a pretty big like party area. So if he got thrown over the balcony, he would have for sure survived and just been able to like walk in and like be like, someone's trying to kill me. So you pretty much nix out the balcony idea pretty fast, and then looking down further, there's more balconies. It's not a vertical building.
Yeah,
it's
it's
kind of like this,
Yeah.
It's very dome-shaped type of thing.
So didn't we learn that he had a relationship with Tony?
Yeah.
Okay.
2010 inch.
And that's one of the guys who has gone stupid, apparently.
Ooh.
Perhaps, yes. Ro, help me with this. You're our expert tracker. This is where the last of the struggle is at. Perhaps we could follow some tracks, see if which direction they went from here, huh?
I would love to go. Absolutely. Let me see.
See if you can
It's
make a
like-
perception check or whatever you want
Is
to.
there like
Investigation?
footsteps from with like wine on them?
Yeah.
What would it be?
It's usually survival for tracking.
Or survival, yeah. Whatever you feel like is gonna help in this.
It's the same. Oh, that was almost really good. It's still not bad. 19.
19.
It was almost a 20.
So as Armand kind of like paints the picture of what happened here, you start to see it, and you're like, "Oh, I don't know how I didn't see that before." And then you start to like take a sniff. It's definitely human.
Okay.
And while you can't really make out exact tracks, you kind of get the scent of someone that was in here, as Trey was described as a half-elf.
I will. Rose going to sit with that for a minute and really internalize the feeling of that smell.
Okay.
And yeah, in the hopes of being able to maybe pick it up later.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do in this room?
I wouldn't. Well, I mean, you did an investigation. I was like, I wouldn't mind rifling through his like personal possessions.
Yeah. I mean, like if
But
there's a
I
desk
think
or
that maybe
something or
would
books.
fall under investigation. But
Yeah,
that
that's true.
You said a desk?
Yeah, if there's any desk.
Yeah, there's a desk.
and
Can I
table.
open all the drawers?
Yeah, so do an investigation check in the desk.
Okay.
Oh, it's got a roller in the top.
It's a 6.
6?
Yeah.
Did you do with advantage?
No.
Do with advantage.
8.
You do.
9.
I mean, like pretty easily. You find a couple letters. Okay.
Okay.
One is talking about a meeting he had with Tiana. Doesn't say anything else other than just like meeting with Tiana. Hopefully it goes well. She's asking a lot about resources, and it seems like it's going to hurt the district. These are kind of his personal notes.
Okay. Is there a date?
Basically the day before he died.
Okay.
Or disappeared.
Did you just? Okay.
No.
I was about to say,
Day before he disappeared. There's also another note like
Foreshadowing.
Theon bet him that he could convince him to dedicate more tables to the high stakes gambling. He has a note there. It's a bet Theon will unfortunately lose, as if he's not going to be giving Theon more high stakes tables. There's a couple other names. You recognize some of these names as having worked for the Copperblood. The ones mentioned, Theon Coin Tosser, a male dwarf, believes in luck over everything else. So much so, there's a legendary story about him that he left his own mother's life up to a coin toss.
Yikes.
Oh my.
And that he once bet his own foot, which is why he walks with a peg leg.
Excellent.
Yeah. The other name mentioned was Tiana Blackbone, female human. She kind of has her own agenda for the most part, and uses the Copperblood and the Council and supplies that she can get through the Pinnacle District to her own means, and no one kind of questions it. She doesn't do anything nefarious, but she definitely helps supply some of the more rare boozes through her connections to the Pinnacle District.
Say a black
Whoa.
bone.
Yes.
I call Ro over. I'm like, the scent you got from the human, could you tell if it's male or female?
It is male.
Okay.
That's certainly male. I would.
It's a very feminine male.
Fragrance, perhaps powdered, but underneath, yeah, male.
Okay. I tell him the names that were mentioned in the letters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these are all people that are part of the board. If you want to kind of tell them that, like,
Yeah.
these names that are on these letters are part of the board that Trey would have been dealing with overall, and Grok is on the board as well.
So, just spitballing here. What if Grok sent someone to mess with Trey, they showed up during an intimate moment with him and his partner and managed to kidnap him and make his partner a little and we gotta find them.
Or the partner was assaulted before they got together.
Already compromised.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's possible too.
And sent in as the weapon.
I think Mr. 10-inch is our next stop.
I think so.
All
I
right.
hate that you said
very
that.
quickly before we head out, cast the ritual detect magic and just have like the whole room like just radiate with like green energy, like kind of like a radar bounce, just like looking around.
Yeah, you sense a couple things. The most prominent thing you sense is a large sort of crystal, sort of permanently affixed to the area that makes it very difficult to spy on this room. This room specifically. It's not something you could take with you that you know of, but it does sort of ward against scrying and other sorts of spy or listening methods. Trey may have been a little paranoid and kept things close to the breast.
Okay, I point that out to everyone. It's like, yes, it looks like he had a ward that would protect him from those that would try to eavesdrop magically. Watch from afar like a crystal ball.
Interesting. I have an idea. Rose going to go over to a wall and put her ear against a wall, and she's going to listen for like a rat. She wants to hear if she can hear any rats. She's going to tap. Ideally, I would like to see if I can get a critter
Okay.
around there.
Yeah, you hear it.
Great. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
And say, little friends, little furry friends.
Don't eat me.
Oh, I won't eat you. I won't eat you. And I'm
You don't
like,
take something when you
I'm
eat
gonna
me,
get
though.
crumbs. I'm gonna
You
get
got the
crumbs.
thing, you got the teeth,
No,
you
no,
don't-
here, little one. Here, little
no,
one.
no.
I'm a friend.
No, no.
I promise. And set it down. I just have a question, dear one. Here, I know that the person who lived here has been gone. You probably have had no scraps. Take this. You are good. You are good. Oh, you are so cute. I will not eat you. You are too small. I have a question for you.
What?
Many nights ago, there would have been the last time there was a person here.
Yeah, he spilled crumbs all the time, and he hasn't spilled crumbs in a while. That's very weird.
I know. Do you know what happened? Do you know what happened? There was probably a to-do. There was probably somebody over. Were there 2 people or 3?
There was 2 people, and they were, doing the thing.
Yeah. As you do, I know.
And then
you were watching.
Then the other one left, and then the other one went to sleep, and then another one came in. There was 4 of them, and then they took that guy away, and then there's been nobody here since.
Oh shit! So four big people came in and took the one.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Do you know what they looked like? Were they like humans, or were they like me? Were they hairy?
They were. They had 2 legs. They all had 2 legs. Yeah.
That helps. No, that's helpful. Thank you so much.
They had 2 arms. Yeah, the arms, right? These are arms.
They are arms. Did they say anything? Could you understand like what they were saying?
They were like, the noises you guys make.
Oh yeah. No, that makes total sense. Oh, you are so sweet. What is your name?
Jerry.
Jerry, I'm Ro.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I don't know how long it will be before somebody lives here again. You may want to go downstairs.
I've been. Yeah, there's
good.
Tunnels all the way around.
Jerry, I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
You are so cute. Okay, I'm just gonna like claw you. Okay.
And this is where the cat eats him.
No, I like
Thanks for the info.
Okay, all right.
Well, my default name is Jerry.
So,
I should have a list of names over here.
the roller, the generator.
Someone's bouncing for the night.
Thank you for
Good
joining
night.
us.
Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for having us.
Bye, Sam.
Good night. All right, look. So I just learned some things. Jerry, the rat, so sweet, has kept an eye on things. And yes,
Why are there weird ones called Jerry?
I don't know. That's a good point, though.
Maybe
I
they're
remember. Remember, keep an eye out for Jerry's. But so he had the visitor. Trey had the visitor, probably 10-inch. I mean, I don't know, but they were all getting about it, And then they left, and Trey went to bed. And then 4 2-legged people.
And the way that Jerry described it, by the way, too, they did not break the door down. They just walked in.
They just walked. 4 people walked in like it
Quietly.
was nothing, quietly in the night, and assaulted and took him away.
I don't think Jerry said they assaulted him.
No, they just took him.
They took him away. Thank you for correcting Jerry.
That was a Dexter. That was a Dexter correct. Yeah. Based on what I heard, it sounds like 10-inch like drugged him or like strangled him or something,
Well,
and other people showed up later.
We do.
Or at least left the door unlocked.
Or left the
Left the
door
door
unlocked.
unlocked and the sign of struggle as well, so that we know that at least if the 4 came in and was able to just pick him up, then that would indicate the first person was the one who did the struggling. If the facts align.
And also
Or-
because of the crystal here making it difficult to scry or observe, no one would know they were there to kidnap someone.
I mean, it is his home.
Maybe 10
So if
inch
somebody
choke
was trying to take out, because Trey led the Copperbloods, I mean, I assume that people knew that he lived here.
Right, but the people who care for him might look in on him from time to time. But the
I mean,
crystal makes
10-inch
that
looked
impossible.
in on him sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
He might have been compromised and left the door open. He might have drugged him in the wine.
I have a question
Yeah.
about how purify food and drink works. If I was to cast it on the wine, would I know if it did anything or not?
You need
Ooh.
to detect poison, which
I
is
need to detect
Yeah, I was
it.
gonna say,
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
think it
Don't
worked
you
quite
I
with
just want to know if using the
That's a good
purify,
spell.
if I would know if it worked.
It's a good call. It doesn't work quite like that.
Poison? You
No.
might. Wait a minute. I think you're right, Lena. I feel like this has come up before.
Yeah, that's a spell out of my
Yeah, Rose gonna. I don't know. It smells like week old booze.
I smell it.
Based on the way Jerry described it, he was not asleep. And based on the fact that you see a struggle, if he was asleep, there wouldn't have been a struggle.
Yeah.
So,
So
I
they
have...
grabbed
So
him, he
he-
didn't like it, but they dragged him off.
So, he
So they
definitely knew
assaulted
them.
him and took him away. I said what I said.
Jerry said it!
Can we trust the rat?
I trust the rat.
Insight check. He is a rat
Bro,
bastard.
Valgan, if you want to try and see if he was drugged, I'll drink the wine.
Will have an effect on you
Might not.
though.
I don't think it will.
What I think you
I was gonna say, if you're immune to poison, would you know that there was poison in it? I don't think so.
Well, if there was, I would have to make a check.
No, I don't think
No,
so.
you don't. You're
Not
immune.
immune.
You're
I
resistant.
have advantage on saving throws against being poisoned.
Ah.
That's pretty good.
I have resistance to poison damage.
That's fair.
You just want to drink booze. I see.
It doesn't matter.
All right, if you want to.
Yeah, go for it.
If you would like to. Better you than me, I guess.
There you go. Make.
Down the hatch.
It tastes like old wine.
Perfect.
I'm gonna tell you guys right now, this dude had a horrible taste, and I just spit.
How do you feel?
Fine. There's nothing there.
It must have been people that knew him, or he knew.
I bet.
Or somebody just left the door unlocked.
Let's go to find this.
Let's go.
Yeah.
meet
All right.
We need to ask it.
Yeah, we're messing around with this time.
So you guys go to the area of the Copperblood complex where Adrian had told you Tony 10-inch worked, and he sees you walk up. He's like, "Hi, you guys need a table?"
Absolutely.
We'll
Good
love
to
it.
you.
He sees Katinka, and he's like, "Hey, you need a table?"
Oh.
Hey, hey,
Why
Tony.
don't you come join us, dude?
Hey, Tony, where's Trey?
Trey, I miss him.
I miss Trey too. He was such a nice guy. How are you doing, Tony?
I love Grok.
I'm gonna cast.
Oh,
Don't need to cast. I was gonna say detect thoughts, but
There might not be anything there.
Grok is the best.
I know, isn't he
Hey, where can I
interesting?
find him? I wanted to meet him.
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and and while they're distracting, I'm gonna kind of list around to the side and just watch, and then cast detect thoughts. I can read the surface thoughts.
Okay.
I've heard he's great. Where can I find him? I would love
Grok
to.
is, he's around. He's great.
Yeah.
Like
when's the last time you saw him?
around and around.
Well, I saw him when I saw him. What you're detecting as you detect thoughts is like, fuck.
Okay. And I'm gonna do a message to Duke.
Anyone wants to make a perception check too?
I'm gonna say I'm reading the thoughts
Everyone?
Anyone.
10 inches of his line.
Natural 20.
Barry is
Oh, I'm not even gonna roll. I'm not even gonna roll.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I did a message spell to him real quickly, just to let him know.
All right.
That's
While he's sending that message and he's reading his thoughts, you take a look and you see a small patch of gold coins on his side that doesn't quite match his outfit, and everything else on him matches his outfit.
Oh.
I look over to Ro.
I rolled a 16. I don't know if I would have seen it too. But
Well,
I'm here for you.
I look at you and I like walk next to you. I'm like, you're good at sleight of hand, right?
Oh, absolutely. Do you have something? Is there something shiny?
The gold pouch on his belt.
Perfect.
Like, hey, can we sit down at a table? Can you show us to a table?
Yeah, just over here. Grok's the best, right?
Grok is the best.
Okay.
He's so badass.
I'm gonna set you
I'm
up.
just gonna walk with him, arm around his shoulder. You know, Grok is kind of a cool guy, but I'm trying to learn
Sleight of hand
more
with
about-
advantage.
Oh no, she's back. Hi.
She's back.
The mask.
Pancakes back.
26.
26. Yeah, so as you put your arm around him, he's like, oh, and then quick, he doesn't even notice. You open it, it is 150 gold pieces and a note.
And a note. What does the note say?
Quickly reading it, leave the door open.
Okay, great. Thank
So
you.
I've got this guy right now, by the way, if somebody wants to say
And
something.
he's just kind of like, no, I don't like to be touched at all, so don't touch me, please.
That's fair. Does he smell like what I had
Yep.
smelled? Oh, bless his heart. Well, when are you seeing Grok next? Are you going to like hang out later?
Oh, we don't hang
I've
out or
heard he's a
anything.
good
I just think he
time.
should be the leader.
I
And you just hear again, fuck, 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 fuck.
You know, Trey, between you and me, you're not Trey. You're Tony Tennant. You know, between
I know.
Between you and me, I think you're right. I think that Andre, what's his name?
Adrian.
Whatever the new guy.
Adrian?
Adrian. I don't think he deserves it. I think that that Grok he knows everybody and everything, and I support him, and I want.
He kinda
to do
looks at
my
you like-
part.
Yeah,
Where is he these
I
days?
don't know.
I don't know.
What?
What? This is fine. You
All right.
bless your heart. I know you must be so sad.
He's like, all right, listen, I'm faking it, all right? Just don't fucking kill me, okay? I can tell you guys have figured it out. I just fucking, please.
Why would we kill you?
I didn't know. I didn't know they were gonna kill him.
Oh my
I mean, I don't know if they
kill
killed.
him?
I don't know. He's gone. What else? Where else would he be?
I know. I worry about that too.
I just thought they were gonna intimidate him or something. I don't know.
Why
Like
would you do that to him?
150 gold pieces, I could get the new dress.
The funny thing about that.
No one.
I
It's
want to
kind
ask
of.
something a little bit more deeper. You see, I've been just noticing your mannerism, and I'm still acting like Antonio. So yes, cousin Antonio. Hello over there. So yes, I noticed your mannerism.
I've never met you before.
I am the one they don't like. I'm blue. Anyway.
It's true.
But yes, your mannerism seems to, like, whenever you say Grok, your face changes a little bit. When did all of this happen? What you could tell us? Like, all of a sudden, you seem to...
Okay, look. I was faking it about the brain thing. Like, there's so many other people. I just thought the brain thing would make it easier for me to just, pass it off. Like, I don't fucking know.
So you're acting.
I was acting. Not very well, it seems.
Well then, and then of course I'm reading the surface stats. Am I getting anything? You can make.
Yeah, he's still kind of like, fuck. Don't kill me, please. I gotta get out of this. I gotta go. I gotta escape.
How about this? We know how you sold out your lover, and that is very, very despicable of you. But we want to find more about this whole brains altering thing. Tell me more about that and where, what you would maybe know. Where is it happening, Matt? To who?
I don't know everything. I know Grok takes people to the Rattlers, and they come back different.
Okay, the Rattlers.
Who are the Rattlers?
They're a competing gaming outfit in the gaming district. They're not as big as the Copperblood, but they are biggish. They're much more hedonistic
Now-
in terms of they have strip clubs and brothels galore, and Grok is trying to like turn the Copperblood more like the Rattlers. He actually comes from the Rattlers.
Got it.
And he's trying to like get more brothels and more of that type of vibe, and the Copperblood, and Adrian's like, no, man.
Okay.
And that's been the point of contention.
And did you deal directly with Grok, or did you perhaps work with one of his other people?
You know, Trey and I, we had a thing. It was hot. It was awesome. But like,
Who gave you the money? So tell me the person.
Grok.
It was Grok. Okay. Correct.
It's like we have to go pay the Rattlers a visit.
Sounds like that is where all our leads are at. I want you to think very hard about what you have done.
I'm leaving. I'm going to Windfall. I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna go get a place by the beach and
Wait, hold
whittle.
on. 2 seconds. For another 150 gold, how would you like to see your man back?
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
With advantage?
Yeah, you gave him 150 gold, or offered him 150 gold.
No. Like, he has to pay us to return him his man.
Oh,
I was thinking
he's a John.
I mean, you already have his 150 gold.
so he thinks.
He doesn't know that.
Hey,
Yeah.
yeah. 50 gold.
Yeah.
Again. That would be kind of
That's what I thought she was saying.
Pay him with his own gold.
Well, make a persuasion check to see.
So,
Never pick.
okay, so that's a 15 total.
15. He's like, listen, I this has all been too much for me, and I think I got myself wrapped up farther than I should have. I'm gonna leave town. I can't deal with this anymore.
That's probably a good idea.
Alright, I hope I don't see your face again then.
Well, hold on. You're well known around here, especially to Grok. Well, he
I'm well
noticed
known around
something.
here. Do you know what my name is?
Yes. So won't people notice, or he will notice and try to find you or come after you?
No one's going to miss me in Windfall. I mean, a few people will, but not for the best
won't
reasons.
get lost.
Alright.
If we go to the Rattlers, who should we ask for? Is there anybody in the in crowd that I can ask for? I don't know. Maybe I'm looking for work, something like that.
Is there... Sorry, go ahead.
You want to ask for Savvy the Snake. He's the leader.
Yeah.
It's not a very big outfit. You should be able to get an audience with Savvy.
Savvy the Snake, yeah.
He's a little intense.
That is fair.
Guess you have to be if you run that.
Don't get too near Rufus. You'll see what I mean when you get there.
Okay.
Is there like a room nearby that's like a private room that's like close enough? Like that's like near-ish?
Are you asking him?
Duke's looking around.
Looking around, you can't see. From this point, you're in the middle of one of the main gaming floors. You can't see any doors anywhere. It's all just like, is that a path? Where is things? You could possibly ask Katinka, who knows this layout better, or Tony.
So Duke's gonna kind of like push a little bit past, get really close into like this dude's like personal space, right? And he's gonna grab him in the novels, but he's gonna do it so that other people can't really see that he's doing it. Right?
Make a dexterity check.
Okay. He doesn't really care if other people see, but he's doing it so that it's not extremely conspicuous.
This is a dexterity check for something completely different.
I don't want to be reading the mind while this is happening.
18.
18. Yeah, so you managed to fold over his novels enough to actually get a full grip of them. You managed to like just take the pinky and just like.
Yeah. So it's mostly I'm just trying to grab it. I'm just trying to grab his whole shaft.
And you just hear in your mind like, oh God, pineapple.
I pull him close to me so I can whisper in his ear.
Okay.
Right? And I go, listen here, you cowardly shitbag. You're gonna help us figure out what the fuck is going on here, or by the end of this fucking night, you're gonna be Tony No Inch.
Wait, can I make a perception check to hear it?
Intimidation check.
I'm gonna try and listen.
I mean, we're all right there.
No, he whispers this in his ear like a lover. Right? Like it's real fucking, like I'm real close to the side of this guy's face in a gambling den. You're gonna have to be really close to me to fucking hear this thing. Right? So,
I heard it.
Yeah, you did.
Do I roll this with advantage as I grab his dick?
I'm gonna say this is all part of the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
18.
He's like, I'll do what I can,
You're just going to have to come with me.
but there's not much I can do. I'm just known for this. That's it. What do you need?
Who are you able to introduce us to, and where are you able to get us into?
I could introduce you to Grok. I could maybe make an introduction to the Rattlers. I'm not really well known over
Intro
there.
to Grok would be great.
Okay, I can do that. Yeah. I don't know what it'll get you, but I can do that.
Set up a date.
And then I let go and I turn around and I put my arm around him. And I'm like, Tony here's agreed to introduce us to Rock. Isn't that great, guys?
Oh, that is great.
Yeah, that's so great.
You're a good man,
Turn your
Tony.
head to the side when you do that. To the side.
Just think about the beach that you're going to be going to. Your future is going to be so much more brighter and safer. And as the blessed Bahamut would once say, that the journey is before the destination. I give a wink to our paladin.
Dude, I
Trying
don't
to
know
figure
you're
out if
that
he's gonna be
soft.
like offended or proud. Like it's a little of both.
So Tony's like, now? Right, like we go right now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
this way, and he leads you kind of back upstairs, not quite all the way back up to where the conference rooms were, but there's like another side office, and it's not very big, but you all kind of cram in there, and like Grok is like, can I help you, Tony? And Tony's like, hey man, hey, these guys just want to have a chat. Told them I would make an introduction, and here's the introduction. So I've done my part. Good luck with your hopes and dreams. And he starts to try to leave.
Bahamut bless you.
And Grok's like,
And I'm just smiling at him, slowly closing the door.
And it's just
Where are we?
it's just Grok in this room.
there are two other guards in here, sort of dwarf-like creatures.
That's great.
So are we just like in a room off of the main floor? Are we down a hallway? Are we in a building?
Room off of one of the main floors,
Okay.
one of the upper main floors.
Okay.
But yeah, you're in this room kind
We're
of by
in the
yourself with
office.
Grok.
Is there like a back entrance?
There is not a back door to this area.
Not a back door to this room?
No.
So it's just an enclosed room.
Yep, there's a-
Is there a way to bolt this door?
There's a lock.
I lock this door.
So I close and he locks it.
All right. The two Duergar guards kind of pull out some swords. They're like,
Oh, you don't want to do that.
No, that
I'm
would
gonna
be a
step forward.
mistake.
Hi.
Grok is like,
Just one moment.
Hey,
You know who you're threatening, right?
I want to step right.
First of all,
behind.
why are you threatening me? Because you're clearly threatening me.
I mean, I haven't threatened you. I just want to chat.
I've
And
been
I-
in this business a long time. A bunch of thugs rolling in my house, locking my door, staring at my guards.
Ro takes out the note that says
I saw Tony's face. I saw. I knew what you did.
keep the door unlocked, and she sets it on the table.
I'm gonna.
what? Oh, the note?
The note.
Yeah. What you want?
Where's
How
Trey?
much? How about 5,000 gold pieces to go away?
First of all, I'm gonna take that as a compliment. That you said I look like a thug, right? 2, I locked the door so no one would bother.
To be
us.
fair, you look a little better dressed than thugs. I'll be honest.
Right.
Especially this one.
We went to a party. It was nice.
But I get really fucking tired of getting interrupted, as I'm sure you can well attest to, right? Now, that note on your table, as my associate put down, presents a fucking problem.
What makes you think I put that note anywhere? It's nothing to do with me.
Did I say that it was you? Did I say that I assumed it was you? I said it presents a problem. But, way to be defensive, that makes you look guilty, by the way.
I don't care what you think. I'm going to give you 5,000 gold pieces to go away right now.
Do you have 5,000 gold
Nah.
pieces on you right now?
Duragar guard puts 5,000 gold pieces in a chest on a table.
Excellent. You can sit there. It's fine.
Oh man, I want to punch him so you can slide a hand that shit so bad.
Do you keep more gold like that in here?
That's all I got. Get out of here.
That seems foolish. Oh, I don't want that.
He starts to like kind of look behind him. He's like,
All right, how about information?
Information
better.
Sounds good.
Don't kill me, and I'll tell you where Trey is and everyone else.
And everyone
Everyone
else.
else.
Yeah.
There have been people disappearing, remember?
We know we are playing stupid so that he will tell us information.
Or he's just gonna.
You're a bad
You guys
cop.
are terrible at this.
I'm assuming that like it's
All right, the rest of you shut up.
It's
Armand.
Valgan and Duke in front, and then the desk with the chest on it, and then Grok is behind the desk, right?
yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna stand like kind of behind Valgan's shield like this, and I'm gonna prepare an action.
What action are you preparing?
I'm gonna prepare my breath weapon.
Okay.
Jesus.
And when he gave a nod, like, you know, Armand, at this point, I'm looking at the sexy tiefling, and I raise up my hands, and with that, the complete disguise just drops and all goes like, just like, the black gothic vampire and the teeth come
Make an
out.
intimidation check. Are you doing like the full vampire presentation?
Yeah.
Or just what you look like normally?
Okay, I have a 14. And no, I'll just be more dashing. I'm not going, full crazy vampire world.
Okay.
I'll be, yeah.
He's like,
It's like, I have
I've
ways-
seen your type before, but
Yes, and understand that I have these wonderful powers to pull information out of you, but it's so much nicer if we're friends, and I know that we're going to be friends, aren't we, Grok? So yes, we do need to know exactly where Trey and the others have disappeared, but also importantly, we know that people have been altered. They're all speaking about how much they adore you, almost as though they had their minds altered, and I can tell you this is amateur work at best, because I am Melanthor's disciple of enchantment, and this is shit work. So tell me.
did you roll that with advantage before?
No.
Roll it with advantage.
Okay, that's about better. We're at 17.
Yeah. So he's like,
all right. Well, okay. So here's the thing, right? This is not entirely. It's not entirely my doing, really. You all look very formidable and you're scary.
oh, my mic picks up everything.
Okay.
3 inches.
Of course.
Get him, Kaylee, get him.
No, this one is special.
A
But thank you.
DM mic.
Yeah. If I could get you all these mics, I would.
Those mics are expensive.
Yeah, they are. So, he's like,
All right. So it's not entirely my doing. It's a little bit of a partnership, right? Sort of undercut the copper blood, elevate the rattlers, and then the rattlers in turn will have a place for me. Savvy the Snake is sort of the mastermind here. You want to talk to him? I actually don't know where any of them are, actually. It's somewhere in their basement. I know that. Past that, I don't know.
Inside checks.
Inside check.
I will say that it is the conversion of loyalty is very complete.
I missed the name. What'd you say?
and when Savvy the Snake.
Savage Snake. That's who
when he's-
we're told to look for him.
When he starts talking about like their conversion being very complete, he kind of looks like he's afraid of it, as in like,
You might not want to mess with Savvy. He's got ways. Just saying. I know you've got ways too, but like, ways.
So
17 on my insight about the basement, and just making sure that right now
He's being very truthful, and he's
straight up.
Yeah, he's being very straight up, and he's also very like afraid at this point. He kind of thought the money was going to work because you're mercenaries, and now that he's seeing that that's not going to work, he's very disarmed.
well then, we appreciate your honesty, but as I put my big finger on the money, and sort of, this, of course, will do very nicely for the reparations for all the people's lives that you have affected for your greed. Because we know that you're just another entrepreneur here, that you're looking to expand your empire. So
I will say Adrian's gonna miss this money. I would have been able to maybe explain it away, but like, it will be. It's supposed to be.
We can talk to Adrian.
we can talk with Adrian.
That's not to be.
And I also say, like, and I pull out the copper blood little medallion.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I'm thoroughly fucked. Right. Well, if you let me walk out of here, I promise to disappear from the city and never return.
Not happening.
How about?
Yeah, so I say not happening tonight.
All right, so we're rolling initiative. But I will say, because this might take a little bit of time, we're already kind of approaching our end point. So we, as you guys gain this information, you find this lead to solve Adrian's problem of unloyalty and sort of unnatural convincing within the Copperblood to maybe earn his trust to sit on the new Council of Windfall you have been tasked to formulate. As you decide that Grok is a loose end you cannot allow to continue, we're going to end tonight's session.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
I can't wait to start the next session.
I know.
Board member here.
Yes.
This man of power and influence.
That was great.
Dragon hat.
I loved every second of that. That was awesome. Thank you guys all out there for joining us. We're going to go raid now.
Yeah.
If I can remember how to do that. So don't go anywhere. There's another small D&D session. For those of you that have been keeping track of the OGL shit, D&D sessions are going to be harder to find, I assume, very soon. So thank you for watching, and continue to do so. And support your small streamers like us and whoever you end up watching next. So we'll see you next week.
Next time.
Or not next week. 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Sorry.
I don't know why I'm doing next week. Seems so far away.
It does.
Yeah.
wanna play
Oh, we're gonna
D&D
kill this
today.
motherfucker. I think it's gonna be easier than we think.